was.
Hey, and we're back.
Hi, friends.
After
Sorry
a very
for the
long hiatus.
Yeah, we recorded an episode in
2 episodes.
Like
January.
Yeah, well, we tried to record an episode in February, or no, it was
January.
late January.
We tried to record
We
2
tried
episodes,
a new.
I think we only failed with one.
Yeah, we tried a new fun program that it offered a lot. It seemed too good to be true.
Alas, it relied on Wi-Fi, and that is the Achilles heel of all new things.
Yes. So, unfortunately,
The wired connection.
that episode went kaput.
Yeah.
But we are here.
It's all right. I forgot the name of the current pope, and that's no longer recoverable audio, so I'm happy.
I have my audio saved from the 2
We had a good 15 minutes of us making fun
left.
of Munchie and Raid Shadow Legends.
Noted friend of the show.
Speaking of Raid Shadow Legends,
Pope.
here's a word from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Word from our sponsor. Today's episode is
Dark
brought to you
Knights.
by Goop with their new candle Smells Like Raid Shadow Legends.
Disappointment.
Dude, my mom came in the other night.
Noted friend of the show, Gwyneth Paltrow.
My mom came in my room the other day and was just like, me and your dad are watching Ellen, and that woman Gwyneth Paltrow is on there talking about her candle crotch. And I was like, no, it's called Smells Like My Vagina.
It is called
Yeah.
Smells Like. I don't want to get into
Wonder
a
how it
huge
tastes.
rant, but she exploits.
Stop that.
She just exploits.
She is what the kids call
Everything.
off the goop.
It's steak oil.
Yeah.
But
Off the coop.
Well, like I love the fact of
funny that
Alex
both the
Jones'
companies
super male
call Goop.
vitality and Gwyneth Paltrow's goop oil have the same ingredients
it's fucking hilarious.
per like the exact same ingredients.
Well, damn.
But anyway, to start off, do you guys do anything over the past 2 months?
No.
I finished Rebels. I watched and finished Rebels, and after a few
I'm
days,
halfway through.
after
Rebels.
a few days of contemplation of the show, I don't think it was better than Clone Wars. Fuck Ezra. He was annoying until the last second.
Twin
We were
Sons
like
might be
I don't
the
know.
best
I like
episode
that.
of any
I was like-
Ezra even now, and I'm halfway through the series.
I was like
so.
2 episodes behind you during the entire time, and now I'm all the way behind. I think I'm like halfway through season 3.
I'm in season 3 as well. I used to watch it at the gym, and I stopped going to the gym, so
Yeah,
I've just been busy.
There goes that.
Yeah, right.
Ezra was. It's just
Yeah.
Star Wars kid.
He's angsty.
Yeah, and
He's a teenager.
yeah, and everyone's
actually
bashing on
respect.
Anakin for being angsty. Look at Ezra, like, but I kind of wish there was a bit more conflict in the show other than Empire bad. I wish.
Yeah, but the conflict of Empire officers not being able to see out of their hats.
Oh yeah, that's the default Empire officer not being able to see out. Of their
I
hats.
understand.
That
I understand why they did it, so they didn't have to animate the eye movements. I get it, but it is so notably like in the way for me.
There's that one officer, I can't remember his name, but there's the episode where they're on the satellite dish, and he just bites at that episode, and it's so unsanctimonious, and he's just dead, even though they encountered him like 5 times.
Isn't it just the one that has? Is it the one that has?
It's
the
the one
mustache?
who sounds...
It's Admiral Constantine.
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, I am so
I
The
still
excited
one that
for.
looks like you, Lauren, in the
Yeah.
Clone Wars.
Dude,
Looks
I-
like a copy
I still
and
like
paste.
the Alan Rickman droid.
Shout out to Saul Guerrero though for being
oh.
such a minor character, but being in a major Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I
Shout out
liked
to
how it did.
Hondo.
And it was voiced by Forrest.
Well, they
Whitaker
took a
as well.
minor
Was
character
it?
in
I think
Clone
so.
Wars.
To my knowledge, Forrest Whitaker has voiced Saw Gerrera every step of the way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, before.
I'll call it.
Yeah. Well. Hold on. So he was announced in Clone Wars. Then Rogue One came out, used him as a character, which I think is great,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then kept him going.
yeah. I
Into-
like Saul Guerrero. He's also in Fallen Order.
Really?
Yeah.
He is.
I saw. Oh, that's another thing I got.
Um,
I keep
Don't
buying.
you
I
see-
keep getting new games or going back into other games. I keep forgetting I own Fallen Order.
It's a great game.
It is really good. I'm halfway through.
My
this.
biggest complaint in Rebels, I'm sorry because you've talked about it too. The spinning the
Oh,
Inquisitor
spinning
That
saber?
copter.
shit is the dumbest shit ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's even dumber than the more you think about it. Because
Let's
then
go.
It's like they're not. That's not physical matter. They're flying because of the Force. They're doing that.
Yeah, Vader
Just
has flown because of the Force. In Empire Strikes Back, he glides down steps with it.
So they're
And
just
it's
doing
it
it
would
to
make
be
more
sassy.
sense if they just floated
It just
away.
looks dumb.
So they're just
Don't need
doing
to
it to
have
be
it out.
sassy. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think they do it in Fallen Order too.
That's what she said.
Whatever.
I think they do it in Fallen Order. I have an image of the huge like reptilian woman doing that
Good
for a
God.
second, but it's just
I hope
I
I
don't know.
never see that in a live action.
It
And
made
I'm
me.
not-
It
Actually
made
physically
me.
die of laughter.
It made me cringe when I watched it.
And I'm not
I
too
hate
big of a
using
fan.
that word, but it was a cringe. Just all right, let's go.
And it's
Oh, the
it's
Inquisitors
funny.
are coming, and it's just the
That's funny because the Inquisitors, other than that, are cool as fuck.
yeah.
yeah.
Like, I've been reading comics with them in it lately.
I watched a video critiquing the series, and the Inquisitors that are there. How far did you get, sister? I don't want to.
In the middle of season 3.
Oh, so you saw the Grand Inquisitor die, though?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So the two Inquisitors that come afterwards.
Yeah.
A video.
I know pretty much about the Inquisitors, so spoiler.
A video I watched referred to them as Star Wars Team Rocket, and I thought that was a really good.
Oh no!
Team
'Cause-
Rocket's
'cause they're
blasting off
completely-
again. It's just-
They're supposed to be completely
Who's me?
this completely powerful like group of people, and they're
Can't do
completely
nothing right.
imbecilic and not able to handle anything.
At
which
least
is-
they're not cartoonishly dumb. Where
Yeah, I know.
where they're like doing slapstick bullshit.
Yeah, but I thought it was good. I don't think it was better than Clone Wars. I'm waiting for the new season of
I
Clone
will-
Wars
I will
comes
say
out.
that.
Dude,
this
I am
month.
so excited. Another
World
trailer for
Between
Clone
Worlds.
Wars dropped.
Might be the coolest Star Wars thing I've ever watched.
Wait, what?
World Between Worlds. That
Yeah.
episode, it might be the coolest Star Wars thing I've ever watched.
What was that one?
That's the one where he goes, where they can find the carving with the brother and the father.
Oh
and the
yeah,
daughter
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
That was a good one.
That episode is so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great episode. But anyway, just
I still say my favorite episode is anyone with Chopper in it.
Chopper's pretty great.
Or anyone where Hondo shows up.
Dude, Chopper could kick
Oh,
R2's.
yeah. Dude, Hondo's
My
that
Jedi
man.
friend
I love Hondo.
You
I'm glad that they
betrayed
made
me.
him a big part of
sells
Galaxy's
you out
Edge,
and then
too.
warns you, I just sold you out, guys.
You
can't hate
betrayed me. I am so proud of
I'm
you.
so proud of you, Ezra.
Yeah, but anyway,
We are pirates. We don't even know what that word means. Shoot him. I don't know. He said insolent. He's just like, insolent? We're pirates. We don't even know what that word means. Shoot them.
to move on. Thank you for 422 likes on Facebook.
Oh, is this the thank you, fuck you segment?
Yeah, we're moving on to thank yous and fuck yous. Yeah, 422 likes on Facebook. Great. I was hoping to hit 500 this year, and that's gonna happen now. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, we're ahead
with
of our
that.
goal plans.
What was that?
So we're ahead of our goal plans.
Yeah. So
500 by 2022. We're going to get there.
maybe we will be sponsored by Raid at the end of
That'd
this.
be really cool.
Dude, we're sponsored by Raid. We're just going to tell them we've had audio difficulties, so
Ooh.
just don't listen to the last couple episodes of the
I'm just-
podcast.
If we get I already have ideas. Have you ever seen what Internet Historian does with raid ads?
I love internet
yeah.
history.
No, we got to go that style.
He went to the same university as me. He went to Drexel.
lady.
He's from Philadelphia.
Oh. What?
Yeah. I showed his Alex Jones episode to my professor, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, I had him in cinematography class. He's a
Holy
good kid."
shit.
Yeah, he talked about Philadelphia in the H3H3 episode.
I just want to hear that voice like 24/7.
He hates Philadelphia. He loves LA, but he hates.
To be fair, living in Philadelphia and then leaving.
I would rather live
Yes,
in LA
Mike,
than
what do
here.
you have to say?
No, look, if I went to LA, I guess I would have gripes against Philly, but I don't live in Philly, so I can't really insult it.
I
would
worked
rather
in
live
Philly.
out west than over here. That'd be pretty cool.
I was about to make some
I
lights
like
look
Philly.
like flamingos.
Hey, look, man, I'm not Randy Newman. I do not love LA. I got a smirk from Brendan. I'll take that.
Anyway,
Only 2/4 understands that joke. Just saying.
so if you
The
haven't
two
had a
boomers
chance
that watched
to,
this thought that was hilarious.
make sure you check out our new series, or I should say my new series, science fiction picture show.
Who's
I
in
put
that?
I put a lot of work into that. It took several
Anybody we
hours.
know?
Woodpecker upstairs?
What was that?
The fucking woodpecker upstairs?
But I put a lot of work into
Is
it.
the door shut?
Probably not.
I will.
It's not the end of the world.
You don't have to cut. Just keep talking.
All right, we're gonna now watch Munchie try to walk away.
This is gonna be fun.
But as he walks away, I'll plug my own show.
DLC.
If you haven't checked it out, I put a lot of work into it. I watched the movie called The Giant Claw. It's awful. Yeah, so anyway, check out Science Fiction Picture Show. Put a lot of good work into it.
Presented by notable friend of the show, Mike Marcucci.
Yeah, and it is also sponsored by Goop Shadow Legends.
Should have morphed together Goop Shadow Legends.
Smells like Raid Shadow Legends. And
Coins and disappointment.
Raid.
I gotta
my
watch
vagina.
the Goop show. I think the first episode's out.
I was proud of my that last one, and no one heard it. So
What was it?
I said raid my vagina. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So go check that out. And enjoy.
I liked it.
I'm glad.
Yeah, you should watch it.
I
Yeah.
just have it on my phone.
We already have.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched it several times, but.
You will.
But while we were away,
The
the Oscars happened. The Oscars of 2020.
Oh boy, I hope Scorsese won.
Fuck Scorsese.
Oh boy!
Said every boomer.
I just woke up out of a coma. I sure loved that movie, The Lighthouse. I bet that got tons of nominations.
No horror movie.
I
Considered a horror movie, I guess.
I actually bought it on Amazon. I haven't had time to watch it yet.
Yeah, I want to watch. I gotta watch The Lighthouse. I gotta watch Parasite now. Spoiler. And I want to watch
Mike
Jojo
has
Rabbit.
to watch Parasite.
Jojo Rabbit. But anyway,
Jojo no one.
so we'll just go through the major ones because we want to get to the real meat and potatoes of the episode here.
I do like the director of Parasite making his two Oscars kiss.
Yeah, that's pretty
And apparently Kojima won
Bless
two.
Bong Joon.
Well, Kojima won 2 Game Awards, and I'll review later for Death Stranding. But he won 2.
And he made them kiss.
And he made them kiss, which was adorable.
That's hilarious. Anyway, Best Picture went to Parasite, as we mentioned.
How big of a...
Fantastic movie.
Were there, like, gambling odds on who would...
Probably. There's gambling odds for everything.
I want to know what the odds were for Parasite winning Best Picture. Because I guarantee whoever bet on that made a good amount of money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone really saw this coming, which was it's record breaking and
what
it's
was this box office? Only like $36 million.
I saw it coming.
It's
out.
getting extended. It's
Oh,
getting
yeah,
extended
boy.
to a bunch more theaters now too.
oh yeah.
I saw
mean,
it
every
coming
Oscar.
after the Golden Globes.
Whatever.
I saw it's like it's gonna win a bunch of awards.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's about time.
it's a Korean film. It also won
Yeah,
best
fuck you to all the
international
people
film.
who kept saying it was Chinese, who gave it negative reviews.
Yeah, if you want to laugh at boomers, go to the Amazon reviews of Parasite.
Who
Can't
all
watch in Chinese. Like,
I don't have to go anywhere to laugh at boomers. I'll just look at Facebook.
true, very true.
Township Talk, baby.
Sorry, you can't read without your
Oh,
glasses.
Sorry,
no,
Karen.
sorry, Mike can't go.
I was
on
banned from Township Talk.
Twice.
Sorry, you
Yeah,
can't
twice.
read. Sorry, you can't read without your glasses, so you can't watch the subtitles, Karen.
Right
Like,
now,
it's a good
everyone's-
fucking film.
Everyone's slamming the Wing Kitchen. That's like the popular thing.
I
to do.
love the Wing Kitchen. Shout out to the Wing Kitchen. Support your local eateries.
Now, this is a word from our
Can we-
sponsor, the Wing Kitchen.
Yeah, I'll
Shade
do that
Raid
for
Shadow-
free.
Raid
Shout out to
Shadow
the
Wing
Wing Kitchen.
Kitchen.
So the Oscar nominations.
Best
Christ.
actress was Renee Zellweger for Judy. I haven't heard of Judy,
Haven't.
I haven't heard of
seen
Renee
it.
Zellweger for a while.
but shout out to
Bridget Jones.
Renee.
Bridget
That's
Jones finally won.
Best actor.
She was Bridget Jones, right?
I know her from Me, Myself, and Irene, and
I know
Oh, I
her
hope
from
I didn't get this
Renee
wrong.
Zellweger existing. That's about it.
best.
Best actor was Joaquin Phoenix for Joker.
Yes, it was. I was right.
Everybody who got mad that Joker didn't win Best Picture, I'm drinking your tears.
I mean, the movie was good, but I don't think it was.
What was that article
It's
you
good, but
shared?
it's also a derivative.
What was that article you shared?
He's-
Guy who saw like maybe 1 or 2 movies this year is really disappointed Joker didn't win top
Yep.
Oscar.
I mean, it's true. Like there's another podcaster that I follow. He shared a video of this guy freaking out that Joker didn't win.
That
And it's
wasn't even
literally
the,
it was literally a physical representation of gamers rise up.
that
like-
movie was not even the best movie to get snubbed by the Oscars.
I mean, Joker not winning is literally the message of the
Gamer
of the movie.
rights will never happen.
Yeah, like society, you know.
He's saying
We're
this
supposed to live in a
sarcastically in case
society,
you
you
can't
know.
tell.
Virgin Joker was pushed away by Chad Parasite, and Chad Parasite wins 6 awards.
The Chad.
But I
Korean.
agree with
Chad
Brendan with
Koreans.
this because I made the realization that it's just like the people who worship and love Joker never saw
a
Taxi
single other
Driver.
movie this year.
Never saw the Taxi Driver.
I mean, I had.
And
They
never
clearly
saw-
haven't seen King of Comedy.
Never
either.
saw King of Comedy either.
I liked it nonetheless.
So Taxi
Oh, no,
Driver.
it's
So Taxi
derivative, I still
Driver.
like it.
Have you ever watched Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro?
Is the point of this like it won awards and no one expected it to?
No, Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. You put those two movies together and, it's
And they
like
are Joker.
Oh yeah.
Both had Robert De Niro.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Over my head.
Anyway, best director Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. Good for him.
Again, I'm kind of sad. Jojo Rabbit didn't win for best director. He should have.
I mean, he wasn't nominated for best director.
He wasn't.
No,
I thought he was.
no.
No.
It was Sam Mendes for 1917,
I think
Todd
so.
Phillips
We'll get it
for
for Love of
Joker,
Thunder.
Scorsese for The Irishman, and Tarantino for Once Upon a
See, I
Time.
think Sam
Parasite
Mendes should have.
Tarantino should have
Yeah.
won. Should have won
What'd
more.
you say?
I'm very
Parasite was
happy
really
Brad
well
Pitt
done.
won. We'll continue to that.
I don't know. I'm glad that Bong Joon-ho kind of swept. I think it's.
Oh,
it's-
I'm
I'd rather
glad
have
he
him swept than anybody else.
Yeah. So, best original song was "I'm Gonna Love Me Again" from Rocket Man. I didn't see Rocket Man, but I heard it's great.
It was great.
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
so glad that won.
So we're kind of running low here. So
Yeah.
we'll just go to international film, which was Parasite from South Korea. Best visual effects was 1917. That was
I
a
still
great
gotta watch
movie.
that movie. I got it. I'm gonna.
That's
It's
awesome.
gonna
You're
come
gonna
out
love it.
soon. That is the movie I have to watch.
You're gonna love
It
it.
was, you're gonna love it, knowing you.
Yeah. Best film editing was Ford v Ferrari. I knew a lot of boomers that liked that movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched
I liked it because I do like one of my favorite shows to watch is Top Gear, and now the Grand Tour, and the Grand Tour did a whole segment on the Ford v Ferrari feud, and they actually got interviews with it, and I thought it was just, it's a great story.
Yeah.
It's a great car story.
Yeah.
Le Mans 66.
The Le Mans Grand Prix.
Who is Le Mans?
So
Do I have to? Is this ironic?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, because I can explain.
best
I can
cinematography went to 1917. That was obviously
Good.
going to
Obvious
happen.
sweep.
Why did it win best cinematography? They only did it in one shot.
Why
would you give it to that if
To
they,
this
they only
day,
did one?
To this day, the director of photography is still holding that shot.
The only other movie this year that I would even give that is The Lighthouse, but that wasn't fucking nominated.
I need to get that. I went to Best Buy the other day and picked up
So,
3 movies. I got Boys in the Hood for $4 on Blu-ray. I was pretty happy with
That's
it.
pretty
Damn. Not bad.
They're cash money of you.
Wouldn't have thought that would be the movie you bought. Be
I love
honest
Boys
with
in
you.
the Hood.
Really?
Boys in the
great.
Hood.
It's a great movie.
Great movie. Oh, it's really good. It's a really good introspective on 1980s and 1990s LA and the race issues and stuff.
Interesting.
Starring Larry Fishburne, which is an interesting thing where before Lawrence Fishburne became Lawrence Fishburne, he was Larry Fishburne.
That was his stage name?
Oh.
Larry Fishburne, yeah.
I did not
It
know
says
that.
it on the case, starring Larry Fishburne.
That is the
Damn.
best.
He plays oh god, I forget the guy's name now. It's not Ice Cube. It's the guy that's in a lot of trouble.
Lawrence Fishburne plays Ice Cube?
Yeah, it's I think it's Ice Cube's first movie after he left NWA,
Yeah.
and then he wrote Friday. So,
Which is
but we're not talking
amazing.
about.
That's actually the reason the guy... there's a guy online that calculated what day Ice Cube was talking about, and today was a good day.
Great song. It's a great song. I love
And,
Ice Cube.
and he accounted because there was like 2 dates that were in competition, but he's like, oh no, he was filming that movie, so today is International Good Day Day.
Yeah,
Should always be a
great
day
song.
when
I love
one
Ice
does not
Cube.
use the AK.
R.I.P. Real serious Ice Cube, because after you do, are you there
R.I.P.
yet?
No Vaseline, Ice Cube.
Are we
Yeah.
there yet? Not once, but twice.
So, best supporting actress went to Laura
Laura
Dern
Dern.
for Marriage Story. Marriage Story was.
I heard she was
I
in
still
it like
watch it.
very short amount of time.
She's a lawyer. She's Scarlett Johansson's lawyer.
That's why I'm actually surprised because Adam Driver's lawyer was Alan Alda.
I thought it was. Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised he didn't get an Oscar nom for that because I loved him in that. Well, I'm also very
I also
very
know
biased.
that you just love Alan Alda.
Yeah, I may be a
That
little
was a
biased
little
in that. Don't know if you guys could wonder why.
Best production design. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Good.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They
Not much can be said.
They
there.
did a lot for that. I mean, 1917 definitely should have been up there too. Or I mean, it was nominated, but I would have been happy if either of them
Well,
won.
it's like for Laura Dern for
Set
supporting
design.
actress. I remember before the audio cut for the last episode when we were talking about nominations, Margaret Robbie should have been nominated because Laura Dern was in Marriage Story for supporting time, for such a limited supporting time. She should have been nominated for Sharon Tate, but she got nominated for something else.
No, I think Lindsay.
Well,
Lohan,
another
or
actress-
What's her name? Should have been nominated.
Another
for Sharon
actress
Tate.
playing Sharon Tate has been
Hilary
nominated.
Duff.
That's who. That one.
Another actress that played Sharon Tate has been nominated this year.
For
We'll get to that soon. Best adapted screenplay, Taika Waititi for Jojo Rabbit.
Absolutely deserved.
Best original screenplay, Bong Joon-ho for Parasite.
Mm-hmm.
And best animated feature film, Toy Story 4.
Surprising no one.
Thank
Yeah.
heavens.
I guess.
I would've had-
because they gave it to not Disney
Yeah.
last year. They were contractually obliged to give it to Disney this year.
I would have had Arthur Hands if they wouldn't have gone into Toy Story 4.
I didn't think it was as good as 3. I think 3 was a good ending for
I
it.
mean-
I just liked.
See, I think 4 is a better
Kaboom.
fitting ending.
Yeah.
That's just me, though.
Sorry.
So the last one, and this one I'm going to argue a bit. I know it's probably going to upset you, Munchie. Best supporting actor for Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think Tom Hanks should have gotten it
No, you're right.
Why?
because Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers.
I'm not gonna argue that.
Okay, yeah, no.
Brad Pitt.
I'm not gonna argue that.
I won't argue
And this
that
is
one.
great coming from you because you at first did not like Tom Hanks being casted for Mr. Rogers.
I thought he was an odd choice because he doesn't look like him, but he
But
had.
he embodies
So let me think.
the character.
So let me think of the guy who gives off the most Mr. Rogers energy. It's Tom Hanks.
Well, I just didn't think he looked like it. It looked like him. But
Look, you take enough pictures of random mittens on the street. I guess you won't get nominated.
But he had such a great capture of of what Mr. Rogers was.
I'm not gonna argue about that. I mean, hey, look, Brad Pitt deserved it, but so did Tom Hanks.
They both deserved it.
But I think I would have liked Tom Hanks for it a little bit more. Mostly, I just think he did.
Don't cry in front of the Mexicans.
Yeah, we didn't have Mr. Rogers telling Leo to not cry in front of the Mexicans. But so
Yeah,
that's the
Do
Oscars.
cry in front of everyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cry, hug,
Of every
every
race, creed, background.
yeah.
So that was the Oscars of 2020. It's come and gone.
Honorable mentions. The
we're gonna
Lighthouse
have-
should have gotten shit.
We're gonna have another great year of Fast and Furious movies.
At least
There's another one coming out.
Can't wait for Hobbs and Shaw 5.
I can't. Y'all say that jokingly. I love these movies at this point.
Dude,
They've
Hobbs
stopped-
and
they
Shaw
have
was
stopped
hilarious.
Hobbs and Shaw was
caring.
actually pretty good. I'm
Hobbs
not gonna
and Shaw
lie.
was amazing.
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Idris Elba as a biomechanical Superman.
They had Idris Elba play a Bond villain in a movie that wasn't even
And-
James Bond related.
He gets
Like, it was
defeated
amazing.
by the power of two buff
It was
guys.
awesome.
The whole end scene of them just beating him down.
He was a biomechanical
Jesus
Superman. So let's just have two buff guys beat the shit out of
Just
him.
gonna take
That's
slabs
his
of metal
kryptonite.
and hit you with them.
That's what we have to look forward to in the world of Hollywood.
In the biomechanical future.
I'm gonna take Jason Statham too.
So
I saw you.
out with the good, in with the horrible. Here comes.
Wow, how long did you work on
Before
that
you
one?
before you apologize. Before you say that. So I want to add a fuck you to the fuck you segment very late. Shout out fuck you to Honest Trailers because I am not sure if you put honorable mentions, if you put the Fanatic as a joke or not. I cannot tell because they did a trailer for the Oscars and then they put honorable snubs.
It had to be a joke.
It had to have been a joke.
It had to be a joke.
If not, I'd be so mad.
It had to be a joke.
There are
Like, there's
people who
no
like
way.
the Fanatic.
Huh?
There are people who like The Fanatic, and apparently
I bet they do.
John Travolta just got
It may be
a
the
gig
best
for another
movie I've
show
ever
with
seen.
Kevin Hart.
A what?
He just got signed up for a show with Kevin Hart.
Like a television show?
Yes.
Based on The Fanatic?
No. It's something called Die Hart, so I think it's a comedy with Kevin Hart, but John Travolta's in it.
is it
I gotta look up details.
Yes, because sitcoms that star around a comedian always do well.
Okay, look, King of Queens lasted a while.
Hey, Mike.
But
is
it
this
didn't-
possibly canon to Death Stranding?
Does it
It's
tie
about
in?
Die Hard, man.
Anyway,
The Kevin Hart's Die Hard.
so
This Guillermo del Toro just shows up for no reason.
the Razzies are out. It's a great
They're
time
not
of
good
year
anymore.
for us to look at the worst. I personally love really bad movies, as you guys probably
They're my
know
favorite
from my
movies.
amount of times I've met
Man,
Tommy
Terror.
Wiseau.
All right, so what's up for?
So I'll just go down the list here. So worst picture, we got Cats, The Fanatic, The Haunting of Sharon Tate, A Medea Family Funeral, and Rambo Last Blood. Two of these on here, Medea and Rambo. They're always on. Like, you can just expect these movies to be on here because they're kind of givens.
Yeah.
They're not. They're
Rambo-
popcorn movies.
Rambo, I actually just expected to be just a popcorn action flick. I didn't
Yeah,
expect
you
it to be
don't
that
You
bad.
don't watch most Stallone movies expecting, like,
The
Look.
only one we expect him to be good in at this point is Creed.
Look,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
look, I loved my favorite action
Which he is, to
movie
his credit.
in the past 10 years is Expendables 2.
Okay, so all I'll have to say on this,
Really?
when it comes to Stallone,
I just
is
fucking loved Stallone in
is
that, and I just
that
loved everybody
boomers
they brought in.
will go and complain that I can't understand Parasite, and then claim that they understand Sylvester Stallone on screen.
oh yeah,
I liked him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
oh
To be
Guardians.
fair,
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
fair,
Guardians.
that is not
That-
his fault. You know why he has that, right?
No.
So
From all the
back.
porn he did.
No, it's not.
Didn't he do all
He's
the-
Can I-
He
Cum
did
brain.
porn. He did
Can,
porn.
yes, he
before
did porn, but can I finish?
He has
Yeah.
cum brain.
Can he finish? Huh, funny. I wonder if that's what
Stallone
Stallone was
finished.
saying.
Coomer.
Feel like a teacher. I can wait.
Speaking of Stallone, you ever see
I
that?
could sit here all day.
Ever see that video of Arnold talking about how he feels when he works out? Every time I take a look, it's like calming.
no.
It's like calming.
That's sad.
Moving on.
Very sad.
For the love of. So apparently, back in the day, like when he was born, it was common at the time to use grips in order to get the baby out.
Oh God.
And it pinched his jaw, and he had permanent nerve damage, so that's why he talks like that.
Shit.
Well, if you listen to
So that's a
his
fun
brother-
fact. It's not because he's just doing it.
I almost feel bad.
Who'd have thought that using a clamp to get a soft baby out would be a bad
That
idea?
was
Oh, no.
apparently the way to avoid the
my
tying
God.
the
Avoid
umbilical
what?
cord. It was a
Baby
really
clamps.
bad method.
like,
You're telling me.
I don't know.
Damn, I could
Give
have
him the clamps.
I may be just a TV major here.
Shut the
How are we gonna get this baby out?
give him the
Perhaps I'll
clamps.
use the large clamps on my arms that I use.
Where's that
for
thing that you
everything.
use
Shout out
to
to
Where's that
Futurama.
thing that you use to get stuff off the high shelf? Yeah, we'll use that to get the baby out.
You know Futurama. You know Futurama was running out of episodes when they gave Clamps his own
Hey,
episode.
don't you
yeah.
dare insult Francis Q. Camplazo. Clampazo.
The Clamps.
I played this one visual novel game on my phone, and at one point you get a lobster, and I named him Francis Camplazo.
Okay,
What was
so
it? What was
I wanted
the
to talk. I want to talk about two of these worst pictures in particular. First, The Haunting of Sharon Tate. Fuck that movie.
I honestly, here's the thing. I hope it doesn't win.
Movie of all time.
And you know my reason why? I don't want it to win because
Absolutely.
I want it to be forgotten. I don't want people to
100%.
bring it up. I don't want there to be a cult surrounding this movie
It
to worship it.
covers-
I want it to be forgotten and never exist
It
again.
covers the subject matter with the utmost care, and it's just.
It
I
has.
feel like
It has the subtlety of a
seriously.
nuke.
I feel like the only thing that could be making that movie worse
Like
is
I
if they
s-
put it on. Listen, if they put it on regular TV and it just kept getting interrupted by Mike Bloomberg ads.
Imagine that a movie that straight up gets rid of the Sharon Tate murder is a better coverage of the Sharon Tate murders.
This
Yeah,
Like,
a
that's a
movie
movie
where
that is
the-
strictly about them and they
A
happen.
movie where the murderers were set on fire by a flamethrower and had their face caved in by
with
a dog food can.
I never laughed so hard in
Had
a
a
movie
better
theater.
approach to the Sharon Tate murders.
That's why he gets Best Supporting Actor. I've never laughed so hard in the movie theater.
Oh, that was
Someone
great.
taking
Now
a
look.
can of dog, like as hard as when someone took a can of dog food and just chucked it at someone's face.
While being high on acid.
Sight and
No,
shit.
something stupider than that. It was like, Rex, kill him, Tex, that was it.
Yeah, so
But like I said on the Halloween
okay.
podcast episode, someone talked to the Tate family and someone didn't.
yeah. And if you haven't listened to us talk about the Sharon Tate or the Haunting of Sharon Tate, the Haunting of Sharon Tate is a movie where about Sharon Tate days before she's murdered, having premonitions and being haunted about the coming murders that are going to
Ghosts
happen,
from the future.
and they depict the murder very graphically.
Look, it's dealing with high
Brendan, don't even defend this jokingly.
science fiction concepts like future ghosts
Stop!
and
Don't even,
biocurses.
don't even try to defend this jokingly. Stop it.
Yeah, this movie was trash.
This doesn't even
this-
deserve. This doesn't even deserve sarcastic defending.
You know what? I'm gonna make a cult based off of this.
No,
movie.
fuck you. I want it to be forgotten.
Just-
No, I
just to
honestly,
make you angry.
honestly, this movie does piss me off. I don't want a cult
I
following of
really
it.
need a copy of it though.
The
I
second,
don't.
you
You
can
better
definitely-
fucking illegally
Get a VPN.
bootleg it to watch it. You better not give a fucking cent to that movie.
get a VPN and totally legally acquire the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway.
Do
The
your
second
due
movie I wanted
diligence,
to talk
kids.
about on here is The Fanatic.
Oh yeah,
If you don't know what The Fanatic is,
and it's not about the Philadelphia Phillies.
yeah, if
I
you don't know what The
assure you.
Fanatic is, it's directed by Fred. Imagine a movie where Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit,
Noted friend of the show,
Approaching-
Fred Durst.
noted friend of the show, Fred Durst.
I don't want him to be a friend of the show.
He just gets me rolling.
There's a
and
scene.
rolling and rolling
There's
and
a
rolling.
scene
Rolling.
in The Fanatic where he cranks up the radio and he's like, "Yeah, this is what I listened to back in the day, Limp Bizkit with his kid."
Advertising a band that hasn't made music in how long?
Yeah, this is my
Oh
dad.
my
This is
God.
your
Anyway.
dad's music.
So The Fanatic is imagine a
wait for that
movie where
reunion.
where John Travolta and Fred Durst approach the concept of autism
Already,
and
Talk
make
about-
it into a horror movie.
just a movie with John Travolta's a horror movie for Christ's sake. At this point,
Ever since
this
Battlefield
man,
Earth,
it's like
yeah.
watching a man wrapped in cellophane approach you.
Yeah,
Hey,
So
look, man,
The
Wild
Fanatic-
Hogs was his last
Hey,
great
look.
movie, and that's saying
Bolt
something.
was fantastic. I
true.
don't know what you guys are talking about.
The Fanatic's about a guy that's obsessed
Was
with
he
a
in Bolt?
horror movie actor.
He's in Bolt.
Yeah, he was in Bolt.
Okay.
It's obsessed with a horror movie actor. John Travolta plays an autistic man that's obsessed with a horror movie actor, and it's written and directed by Fred Durst. That's all I'm gonna say. Go watch.
You can put
If you want to watch the movie,
Fantastic.
go watch.
you
example
can put
of
1 and 1,
It's kinda-
2 and 2, and 3 and 3 together.
It's
on
kind
this
of
one,
weird
folks.
because it's developing it is developing a room-like cult for how bad it is.
Oh, yeah.
So I honestly think people are going to talk about this movie for a while because it's
Oh, yeah, of
developing like a core.
I definitely want to watch with all you guys because I need.
That
to
would be
see
another
this
good
movie.
thing to riff on.
I think I really need to see it too.
Yeah.
But I lost it at the scene I saw where it's just like, yeah, man, this is my dad's music. This is your dad's music. He's like talking to his kid, and he cranks up Limp Bizkit, and it's just like, Limp
dad?
Bizkit wasn't your dad's music. Like, I don't care.
Your dad
Fred
grew
Durst.
up in 1997. Nice. You got a young dad.
That's what your dad
Your
jams
dad's
to.
playing this over Napster? Amazing.
Napster.
Limp
Oh,
Bizkit.
LimeWire.
Limp
I
Bizkit.
was about to say that. You read my mind.
Limp Bizkit being
read
so
my
famous
mind.
for how bad it is. Like, dude, Fred, you got to know how
You're
bad
saying
your
Limp
band
Bizkit
was.
is bad? This
There's-
is news to
It's
me.
in that wheelhouse of 90s culture that, like, you got Limp Bizkit, you got Korn, you got
And I play them,
Linkin, you
and
got early
and I
Linkin
listen to
Park,
them.
you got like Slipknot. It's like all that wheelhouse of
It's just
people that kind of
they were trying to
And they-
I
they're
think they
the-
were trying to build their own subgenre, and it
And
just
them
never really
and
worked
Drowning
out.
Pool are the perfect background for my YouTube compilations that I make
Like Limp
in
Bizkit.
Windows Movie Maker.
I feel like Limp Bizkit tried to be
2007.
rap in a time where
What
they
was,
really
what was,
were rock.
what was the next nomination?
shouldn't
Shout out
do
to Fred Durst.
No shout out for him.
Noted friend of the
No.
noted friend of the show.
No,
No.
friend of the show.
Oh no, that's
No.
what broke Mike. Noted friend of the show, Fred Durst.
Okay, worst actor. James Franco for Zeroville. I
I
wanna
didn't
watch
see
this
any
movie.
ads for this. And
I don't
Seth
know what it
Rogen.
is.
I follow Seth Rogen's Instagram. He
I
did
need to watch
not.
this movie.
He did not like.
He's probably like
this movie at all.
I owe James a favor, but yet again he didn't say anything about marketing the movie, so
I don't know anything about this movie. I don't even know what it's about.
I wanna
no.
watch it.
I'm assuming pot and that's it.
Yeah.
There's it. There's the next three Seth Rogen
The one
movies.
the movies I want to see. This isn't related to anything, but the two movies with Shia LaBeouf involved. Those are the
Peanut
two-
Butter Falcon and
Peanut Butter Falcon and the one about
the one that's about his life. Peanut
Yeah.
Butter Falcon's about him taking care of a challenged boy.
that I really want to see because I heard that movie.
That was actually a
phenomenal.
noted snub.
Well, yeah, 'cause I heard it's a good movie.
Yeah, one of them's free for Amazon Prime. I think it's the one about Shiloh's life.
I
like-
think Shia LaBeouf deserves to be recognized for just how much he's
gone
recovered
through a lot.
himself.
He's gone through a lot. Him and like I associate him and like Macaulay Culkin together.
And Haley Joel Osment. You got to
Yeah.
put
I
him
love
into that
Macaulay
too.
Culkin. He's always on Red Letter Media these days.
Yeah, he's dating Brenda Song from
Yeah.
Sweet Life of
Who
Zack
Who
and
is
Cody.
Macaulay
I-
Culkin?
I'm
What is-
actually
what is
kinda-
Macaulay Culkin?
I actually liked his character in The Boys. That he was in for like an episode and a half.
No, wait.
Before fucking
Are you thinking of Macaulay Culkin or are you thinking of
no Haley Joel
Joel
Osment. Haley Joel Osment. I'm talking
I was
about.
gonna say I would have
Say.
remembered.
Yeah, I was
Macaulay
gonna
Haley
say.
Joel Osment. I think he's had so many good
Ricardo
roles when he
just
was
beats
younger,
the
but his
shit out of him.
older roles, man, he's really good in a lot of the roles where he's been older too.
Noted friend of the show, Macaulay Culkin.
I love to meet
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin. He
Dude, his podcast
he
is
did
great.
an episode with the Angry Video Game Nerd,
Yeah,
and the Angry Video Game
Cinemassacre.
Nerd lives close to us. He went to Temple.
Really?
Yeah, so Macaulay Culkin has been in the area. So anyway, worst
yeah.
actor, a big womp for this one. David Harbour for Hellboy. Oof.
Oh.
I would say that's deserved.
Yeah, I didn't see
Fuck
it.
that movie.
Look, man, Ron Perlman will always live
Donnie.
in my heart as Hellboy. That being said, being a mid-2000s Hellboy movie, it was amazing. If that came out today, people would have given it so much shit.
Probably.
You can't say anything nowadays.
I mean,
anyway.
it's like if Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man came out today.
Yeah, it's the same
everyone would
thing.
be like, "What the hell is this
If I
movie?"
see a
But it's just
gun
like-
fired in a Hellboy movie and it doesn't immediately break, that's too many gunshots.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
Guns should not be used.
Also, there needs to be more. Like, it wasn't in the Hellboy movies, but it needed to be in this one, and it wasn't. Every time he uses new tech for it breaks. So it was just great when he just jumps out of the plane. I can't remember. I think it was like 5th issue where he like jumps out of a plane and he just like, all right, we do this and it'll descend your landing. It's better than a parachute. And he just like click.
Oh, great.
Click,
you know
click.
what?
It falls through the roof, and then it blows up.
You know why he has to use guns, right? Or why a gun breaks every time he uses it?
Why?
Because Dark Horse required Mike Mignola to give the character a gun in order to
Oh,
publish
I did
the
not
book.
know that.
So every time he goes to use a gun, it immediately breaks.
That's fucking great.
It was his way of getting around
I
it.
didn't know that. I didn't know that about that character.
Wasn't Dark Horse owned by Disney?
No.
I could have sworn
They're
they
their
were
own
owned by
company.
Disney. I don't know why I'm
I mean,
thinking about that.
they were publishing Star Wars before
That's probably why I thought.
Disney took
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, well, that's the
Yeah.
common misconception then, I guess.
Next one, Matthew McConaughey for Serenity. I've heard a lot about Serenity.
There was only one good movie named Serenity.
Serenity.
Yeah, the 1975 movie starring. Okay, I was about to make something up, but
You know what I'm talking about.
Starring
Sorry.
Fred Durst.
Starring Fred Durst, noted friend of the show.
What?
Noted friend of the show, 2x2 Hands of Blue.
It's the Serenity. Serenity was the sequel to Firefly. In the
Oh!
front of the movie.
I thought that was a show, though.
Noted friend
There
of
was
the
the show
Hoban
Firefly,
Washburn.
and then they came out with
The movie
like,
Serenity?
then there was the movie Serenity that kind of tried to wrap
I'm
it
a leaf
all
on the
up.
wind, watch how I soar.
Did it do a good job?
It did.
No, it did a fantastic.
It did a
job
fantastic
of a
job.
movie show.
Okay, good.
It was such like a fan-driven demand for just a second season, and like people
Was
came
Nathan
together. to
Fillion
make it.
in it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay,
full
good.
full original
Everyone was in
cast.
it.
Full original cast.
Okay. Wow. Good for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are big Firefly fans.
I mean, it was 15 years
least
ago,
you
but
guys-
we're really big
It was
fans of
15
it.
years ago, but your thanks.
At least your
Look,
fan base
it
got
is warranted.
At least your fan base got a wholesome end to it.
Well, there was a hole.
And not
but-
just a suitable.
90% of mine don't.
Suitable.
Ellen Tudyk got a wholesome ending.
Okay.
Big hole.
I believe on the wind.
Another
I've
friend of
nothing
the
to say
show,
'cause
Alan
I've
Tudyk.
only watched a few episodes of Firefly.
All right, moving on.
Sylvester Stallone for Rambo.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it was that bad for an action
He
flick.
can
Like,
laugh
you
his
can't
way
make.
all the way to the bank anyway. He probably
Yeah.
made millions for that movie.
I hope the next movie's called Additional Blood Found.
Rambo,
Ram-
your kidney replacement's in.
Rambo, the blood results are in. You're
Rambo
now.
blood transfusion, Rambo blood drip.
Rambo, it's time to replace your hip.
Rambo, you gotta watch your
Rambo
sugar.
visits the
Your
No.
Red Cross.
No, it's about
Rambo
Rambo's
gives
kids,
back.
and it's called Blood Pack. And it's like 5
you
teenagers
laugh.
with attitude.
5 years from now, there's gonna be a Rambo kid movie.
5 teenagers with attitude, and they're Rambo's, and Rambo is Zordon.
I feel like we all have bad
Rambo,
ADD, so
second
keep
coming.
segueing so horribly.
Hey, I need 5 kids with attitude.
Noted friend of the show, Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, so the
Alright,
last
moving on.
We're going at a snail's pace right now.
Yeah.
John Travolta for the Fanatic and Trading Paint. I don't have no idea what the fuck Trading Paint is, but he's
It's
not.
gotta be a
for it
NASCAR
now.
movie. Gotta be a NASCAR movie.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't mention that John Travolta's name in the Fanatic is Moose.
What the
So So Fred Durst and John Travolta taking on an autistic man named Moose.
Noted friend of the show, Fred.
Like
Durst.
as in chocolate mousse, or?
No, just Moose.
Oh, dear Lord. That's a sad concept that they really had to
He's
use.
the leader of the bunch. It's paid for you and me. Mickey Moose.
Moving on.
Worst supporting actor James Corden for Cats.
I hope that.
I don't like
that
James
bastard
Corden.
wins.
I really don't.
Why don't you like him?
I think he's a bit annoying.
He's just
I have no feelings
he's
for
just
him.
like the 80th talk show host with a gimmick.
I just think he's kind of annoying. I also think his Keurig commercials are really annoying.
I don't think he's as bad as Jimmy Kimmel, but
This is pretty funny.
then again.
So the next one is Tyler Perry for a Medea family funeral.
4.
The next one is Tyler Perry for a Medea family funeral. Tyler
Keep
Perry's
going.
on here twice. He's on here for as Joe in Medea family
Yeah,
funeral.
Joe and then
yes.
Medea, right?
And then Uncle
classic.
Heathrow.
Really?
And
He ain't on there for Medea?
Well,
No.
Medea's the
no,
lead.
oh no,
He is years
we'll
playing
get
her.
there.
Oh boy.
I got Seth Rogen for Zeroville.
No, like the character Medea. That's what I meant, not like for the movie. I know they're all inside the Medea universe.
Yeah, but Medea would be the lead. The lead.
Oh.
The MCU.
Medea's.
Also canon to Transformers and
Dude, Tyler
Fast and
Perry-
Furious.
Tyler Perry also said he was going to retire Medea like 4 movies ago.
When
Yeah, but
Well,
then
Medea went to
5,
jail.
The Quest for
They're
More
supposed-
Money.
they were supposed to end it when Medea went to jail, and then no, she's gotta break out. That wasn't funny.
The movie or the joke?
The joke.
So,
The joke.
the next one is Bruce Willis for Glass. See, I didn't like Split, and I didn't have any intention of watching Glass. So, but shout out
You've heard
to
my rant.
M. Night Shyamalan for always
local.
choosing Philadelphia. But like,
And shout out to Bruce Willis for
For
not
always just being
caring
there.
for the past 10
20
years,
years.
at this point.
I mean, does he have to?
I mean,
They always
Surrogates was
just show
good.
up to the game, stick him in right field.
You're all
Hook balls together.
you're second place to Harrison Ford, who stopped caring
After Air Force One.
right after he got casted as Han.
Look, his last good film was Looper. I loved Looper.
Who?
Looper's good.
Bruce Willis and
Oh.
the other guy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, I said that was his last good movie. Was Bruce Willis? I mean,
George-
And even though you were just shitting on Seth Rogen, 50-50 is a great movie. I don't know if you guys ever
50-50
seen it.
was a great movie
Yeah,
because
Are you
it's a
talking
true
about
story.
the one about the cancer?
yeah, he gets cancer.
It was a true story.
That is a good movie.
Is it a true story?
It's a true story with somebody. I can't remember if it was who Seth Rogen knew or Joseph Gordon-Levitt knew, but it's a true story.
So worst screen combo.
This is great. This
any
kills
two
me.
Who are
wait,
Adam
listen.
Sandler and Rob Schneider
Listen.
in any given
Any
movie?
two half feline, half human human hairballs from Cats. Jason Derulo and his CGI neutered bulges in quotes for Cats. I needed some context on that one. If anyone can look that up.
Because they had to edit it because his bulge was showing. They had to do a lot of edits for a lot of that.
As in his dick bulge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
dear
okay.
Lord.
As opposed to
Maybe
what other bulge?
Maybe he ate a little too much fucking food and his stomach got fat. I don't know. I feel with that bulge.
But the fact that, look, if you're bulging in your CGI suit,
I'm looking it
you
up
can
for-
edit it out
Yeah.
or accompany
Isn't
it
that the
because
point?
it's
Did you
CGI.
just look up Jason
I
Derulo
did.
bulge?
I thought that was
Because all your images that just came up were not what I was expecting.
I'm sure Jason Derulo has gotten caught in real life for his bulge. Just saying.
Brendan being surprised that he typed Jason Derulo bulge and not getting what
He's
he
like a
expected.
sex symbol for a lot of women. A lot of
Yeah,
people really find
he's
it.
looking at an article right now. It says Jason Derulo reveals that it was not only his bulge that was removed by CGI. That's hilarious.
Jason Derulo.
Anyway,
Alright, moving on, please.
Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry, or Tyler Perry at a Medea family funeral. Worst screen combo.
And
Sylvester Stallone and his impotent rage.
impotent rage.
And this one's my favorite.
This is my favorite though.
John Travolta in any screenplay he accepts. Oh man.
Shout out to Scientology.
Oh yeah.
Noted friend of the show.
Noted friend of the show.
Sorry.
L. Ron
do ads
Hubbard.
for the Church of Scientology.
Noted
Give
friend
us
of the
money.
show.
Don't charge them anything. Just do
Oh
ads
my
for it.
god.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Unreal.
Worst screenplay: Cats,
Fair.
Haunting of Sharon Tate,
Fair.
Hellboy,
Oh god.
Medea family funeral, and Rambo.
These movies are just god awful.
Yeah.
This
I
is so
couldn't get through
saddening.
all of Hellboy. I got real.
You saw it on a flight to China.
I
You
know
couldn't
from
China.
But I got about 3/4 through it and was just like, I can't do the rest of this. And then I put on Bumblebee, and it was really good.
I heard Bumblebee was good.
Bumblebee was,
Well, don't.
there's
I
a
had
lot
no
of
It's
interest
good
in
because
that.
John Cena just goes.
goes,
They're called the
the
Decepticons.
Decepticons."
That doesn't show any red
Red
flags.
flag?
Okay. So we'll go on to worst director: Fred Durst for The Fanatic,
Wow.
James Franco for Zeroville. I got to see Zeroville if it's that awful.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that James Franco's directorial debut or?
I doubt it.
No, James Franco's directed more than.
I'm sad.
No, it's
He's
James
supposed to be
Franco.
in a multiple
James
man
Franco
movie.
directed.
James Franco was supposed to be in a multiple man movie, like the X-Men character.
Really?
And then it got canceled because Fox buy up.
Yeah.
Did he do 127 hours?
Yeah.
I know he did that
I'm pretty-
movie,
I'm
but
pretty
did he
sure he
direct
directed
it?
it. Yeah.
Because if he did, then I don't know how this got that bad. I don't know where his direction lost touch. Because that movie almost win an Oscar.
It was close.
Yeah.
Adrian Goonberg for Rambo: Last Blood,
Oh,
Tom Hooper for Cats, and Neil Marshall for Hellboy.
no
It's
shot.
always
Tom
great
Hooper
when
doesn't
you
win.
Don't recognize the name.
The amount of budget that probably went into Cats.
Cats, the budget for Cats was astounding.
And the fact that they
I
had to
feel like
pull it
Cats is a
to do
pyramid
edits and then
scheme.
re-release it.
There's part of me that's like, they couldn't have put this much into a movie to have it fail and not have it be a pyramid scheme for tax
Or a
write-offs.
tax write-off.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
was my thought, was that this movie loses so much.
Like,
You know
I
what
remember-
actress I
Y'all good.
really love? Judi Dench.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a
I don't
terrific
know.
actress, a terrific veteran of just cinema.
Of
And
late
now
90s
she's going to be
Shades.
remembered for Cats.
It'd be a real shame if someone were to remember you for something else, Judy.
And I feel so fucking bad.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing the trailer in the summer and just just from the trailer being like,
Everybody
who
knew
greenlit
this looked
I was
bad.
planning on potentially going to see it
I mean,
high.
I get
But
Cats
I
is like
heard-
one of the
I would've had
biggest
a panic
Broadway
attack.
I heard a
musicals
lot
ever.
of people had panic attacks watching that movie high.
Well, you said the best review was shout out the dogs.
What'd you
the
say,
best review
sister?
I
I'm
heard.
sorry.
I mean, I get Cats is one of the best Broadway musicals of all time. But yet again, you got to think, what other Broadway musicals, other than, I guess, Phantom of the Opera, had good movie releases?
Grease.
Have they done Oklahoma?
They
I like Oklahoma.
Man, can you wait for CGI Oklahoma?
But yeah,
It doesn't need to be CGI, but they're gonna make it.
But in the
CGI.
modern era, generally, I feel like it's some things that just need to stay on stage. I think that was one of them.
Okay, it was in
a
like
little
the
too
worst.
ambitious.
Yeah.
Look, I was in
A little
the
too ambitious.
Spider-Man 2, Too Many Spider-Men should be a movie.
Spider-Man the musical.
Into the Spider.
That should be Spider-Verse 2, is Spider-Man 2, Too Many
Spider-Man 3 was a musical. Let's be honest.
There was the Spider-Man musical.
Yeah. Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark.
What was it? All right,
Worst actress. Hilary Duff for The Haunting of Sharon Tate.
warranted.
Anne Hathaway for The Hustle. Okay.
That was such a bad movie.
I was ready to see that movie because
And
Anne
Serenity.
Hathaway,
She
she looked really good in that movie.
Well,
but,
The Hustle was was her and Rebel Wilson, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
they were con artists.
That's right. Yep.
it looked good, but just like Anne shouldn't have
From
not
the
have stuck with that
creators of Happy
accent.
Time
Francesca Hayward for Cats. This is for you, sister. Tyler Perry for Medea.
Yeah, I was about to
You were
say, like,
wondering
she
where
was
he
on
was.
there.
You're wondering where he was. Well, there he is. And Rebel
Wait,
Wilson
Tyler
for The
Perry's
Hustle.
a girl. I mean, Tyler Perry's not a girl.
No.
But how is Medea a girl then?
I'll tell you
His
later.
character's-
We'll talk about it after the show. Just
Okay.
it's okay.
You remember how you used to play pretend with
Now, moving on.
like
No,
that.
don't
Okay.
even finish
Yeah.
that joke.
yeah, so Rebel Wilson for The Hustle.
Noted friend of the show, Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Worst supporting actress, Jessica Chastain for Dark Phoenix.
Absolutely deserved. That, I remember how bad she was in that. That was...
I got two free metal popcorn buckets out of that movie.
I was gonna say, should I even watch
really
Dark
worth
Phoenix jokingly?
I didn't see Dark Phoenix. I went to the movie 2 separate times and they gave me Dark Phoenix buckets for free.
But
Because
is
they
really
couldn't give it
worth
away.
The memory that movie exists.
No,
Like, if
but
I saw that thing,
dude, I ordered a medium
kick it every
popcorn and they
time.
upgraded me to a large just to get rid of the bucket. Twice. Like I got 2 free buckets out of it. Anyway.
this made me
Cassie
go,
Davis for Medea Family Funeral. Judi Dench for Cats. Vanessa ugh.
Need help?
Yeah.
Sound it out, Mike. You can do
Pineda.
it.
I'm
Pineda?
gonna go Pineda. Pineda.
Pineda?
Where's this?
Panini.
Does it...
Pineda. Yeah.
Pineda.
Panera.
Vanessa Pineda. Yeah.
Pineda. Okay. We're gonna go with Pineda. And Rebel Wilson for Cats.
Noted friend of the show, Rebel Wilson.
Man, she was in a lot of shit this year.
She was
Rebel
actually
Wilson.
she was in that movie where she was in a romantic comedy. That was funny to me. I watched that.
Is that the one where she like all of a sudden gets a shitload of confidence?
No, she gets she actually gets mugged. She tries to go after the guy. She runs into a pole and then she wakes up in a rom-com.
That's pretty funny.
But it was so funny. Like she
Some
should have got
fun.
noted for that because that was a really funny movie to me.
So worst prequel remake ripoff or sequel. Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
I'm gonna argue this one. Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah, that pissed me off, and I knew it was going to piss
You
you off.
don't
when
watch a
you saw it.
Godzilla movie.
Yeah, you don't
For
really
Oscar-worthy
expect much out of
stuff.
that.
There
You
were
just-
a lot of lines in
yeah.
that movie that were awful.
Yeah, but monster fights can't save the movie.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, if you
But
go
to
back
call
and-
it the worst movie
need-
ever,
No.
it didn't deserve a Razzie because the
hey,
monster
hey,
fights were why you
hey,
watched the movie.
Hey.
You watch it for the action.
They stayed at the
sequences.
same house as Tony Stark. They shouldn't win an award for the worst thing.
did they?
Yeah, the cabin that they were at in that movie was the same cabin that they filmed for Endgame.
That's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Canon.
To be fair, that's a dream cabin to me.
No, but I actually liked King of the
Of
Monsters.
course, fucking
I
rich
did
people
too.
get the nice
I
cabins.
mean, it's one of the out of all the Godzilla movies, including ones that he would fly.
No, those are the best ones.
And
Clearly,
like,
we have different opinions on Godzilla.
Yeah,
But he
do
doesn't
me
look like a
favor,
rubber
look up
suit
Jet
flying in the
Jaguar.
air.
Jet Jaguar is the best, and they.
What was the one we watched together? The one with the
Oh,
guy
that
with the
was,
fucking Stalin
Final
mustache.
Wars, where they
Final
had the,
Wars is
the ninja
fantastic.
super soldiers. Yeah,
where
so-
you had Johnny American, the general, with
yeah,
who
the
looked
guy
like
that was
Joe
like Stalin
Stalin.
with a katana. Yeah, but
That he never uses.
Yeah, he speaks English the entire movie. Like he's
Final Wars is amazing.
Yeah, so...
But
But
yeah,
like,
the best Godzilla movies are the ones
Godzilla's
where he
had
flies.
Godzilla's had two movies that were meant to be something other than a monster movie. Their first one because it was a political commentary on nuclear weapons, and then the last one because it was the last Japanese one, Shin Godzilla, because it was a commentary on how Japan handled the tsunami and the
tsunami.
nuclear meltdown.
Well, the director
I
Toho.
also
What was the director's name?
Toho's the
Toho.
production company.
I argue this one, especially more than the last one, is trying to make a statement.
Well, yeah, it's
trying
supposed to be
clearly
making a statement about global warming. But like,
exactly, it's trying to be a
it's-
climate change.
I should say an effective
But that made me encourage global warming because global warming
personal
will make
statement,
big
I guess.
monsters.
Global warming's badass.
Yeah, that's the message I got.
I hated the terrorists aspect of it. Like,
They voiced by Troy Baker.
what?
Nothing.
King Ghidorah was voiced by Troy Baker. Anyway,
Well,
moving on. Worst prequel, remake, ripoff, sequel. Hellboy, Medea Family Funeral, and Rambo.
It's between Dark Phoenix and Hellboy. They are egregious. And I'd say Dark Phoenix deserves it more because it's both the sequel and a remake. Because of the fact they're trying to do the story they already did in X-Men 3.
Yeah. So this we got two left. Got the Razzie Redeemer Award, which it's
Is
A lot of these are
I
noted.
didn't see this. Is Adam Sandler in it?
we'll get to it. Jennifer Lopez for Hustlers.
This is surprising.
Eddie Murphy for
Dolomite
is my name.
That was
And,
amazing.
Deserved an Oscar.
He deserved an Oscar for that.
Like
Dolomite
deserved
was
an
like-
Oscar.
Dolomite was like the revision of comedy in the 70s because everybody
Exactly.
was fucking watching. Because Lampoon was popular in the 70s, there wasn't really anything accredited
Dolomite
to that
was so
time.
good.
Dolomite, like it deserved recognition.
Yeah, but
Continuing, Keanu Reeves for John Wick in Toy Story 4. I didn't
more
know he
so
was-
for Toy Story 4.
I guess Keanu probably has been on here because of the Matrix movies.
No, Keanu. Yeah, wait.
He's
yeah.
probably been on the Razzies because of the Matrix movies.
yeah, the sequels. The
Yeah.
sequels are. Ugh.
This one is the most deserved. Adam Sandler for Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
Uncut
yeah.
Gems was awesome.
no argument. That movie was great.
Adam Sandler is great in every movie where he doesn't have any. He's
Control
not
of the
getting
writing.
more money than he deserves.
Where he doesn't have control of the script to make it a cast draft.
If
It's
he's
like-
not producing it, he's good in it.
Exactly.
Chuck and Larry.
It's like Seth
I'll
MacFarlane.
say this.
Yeah.
If he's not involved in the writing, he's great.
Chuck and Larry was supposed to be a very dramatic introspective before Adam Sandler got a hold of the script.
The movie's an insult.
It turned into an insult, but apparently the original script that wasn't by Adam Sandler, before all the fucking things turned into a comedy, it was supposed to be a drama, and that's just sad to me.
Yeah.
And this one is odd. And I'm also going to note this as well.
Noted friend
Will
of the show.
Smith for Aladdin. He played the genie. But no mention of Gemini Man in this. Didn't that do horribly? That's the one where Will Smith's fighting Will Smith.
Yeah, that
It
should
wa-
have
it-
been in bad sequels because it's a sequel to the November Man.
Yeah, but it got
Oh.
it got
It's
that
part of the
action.
Man
It got that
trilogy.
action movie money.
Iron
No one
Man.
gave
It
a
doesn't
shit.
matter.
November Man.
All these Rambo got.
Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure did pretty
Gemini
well.
Man.
Gemini
I'm sure it
Man
did
wasn't
well.
horrible though. It was just horrible because it was just Will Smith.
Clearly, people just don't understand the deep lore of the Man series.
Yeah.
Okay, and the final category is the worst reckless disregard for human life and public property. Dragged across concrete. Not sure what that is.
I'm assuming it was horrible
I'm
because of the
I'm
title.
assuming someone got dragged across concrete.
The Haunting of Sharon Tate.
Which-
That's the category it's got to win.
I don't want it to win anything. I want it to be forgotten.
Hellboy. Joker, which is odd.
Well,
Against gamers.
but to be fair, I think that's an ironic thing because it did disregard human life.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
It
I was
did.
going to say also the fact that the neighborhood now has people coming there and it's awful.
Is it in the
that's
Bronx?
Yeah.
true. People keep going into the Bronx thinking it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, no.
No, the front of the show, the Bronx.
And Rambo Last Blood. Those are the Razzies for 2020. I just want to go through the ones with multiple nominations. Cass has 9. Medea and Rambo have 8. Hellboy has 5. The Haunting of Sharon Tate has 4. The Fanatic and Zeroville have 3. And Dark Phoenix, The Hustle, and Serenity all have 2.
Dark Phoenix only has 2 nominations?
Yeah.
Jesus
Cats is
Christ.
pulling in with 9.
Man.
Yeah, Cats.
I'm glad
was an
Cats was
upset
that
at the end of the year.
bad. No,
Yeah.
I had no idea. I did not want to see that movie.
Just think about it. We're living in a time where Sonic the Sonic and the Hedgehog movie is being reviewed better than the last Star Wars.
It's had the biggest video game movie opening of all time.
Yeah, that's the 2020 we're living
It
in
has
right
a
now.
Sonic reference in it. I can't wait.
They need to stop making Doom movies as well. Speaking of games,
No, you could make a good one.
Yeah, you definitely could
I
make a
could
good
make
Doom
a
movie.
good one.
anybody can make a good one.
Anyway,
apparently.
It would just be an Alien remake, though.
That's the Razzies of 2020,
Nice.
or at least the nominations. We'll definitely cover when they officially happen.
So while we're on movies, I think this is a nice segue here. Valentine's Day was only a few days ago from when we were shooting this. And it occurs to me as a boyfriend that it's very hard to find a movie that both the men and the woman are interested in.
I don't know. Starship Troopers is really good.
Starship
and if she doesn't
Troopers.
like Starship Troopers,
Well,
I'll throw you out of
See,
a
not-
plane if you don't like Starship.
see, not every girl's a keeper and likes Starship Troopers. However,
Absolutely,
I have a list of movies that I believe
absolutely civilian.
will be perfect for both men and women.
Oh,
Number
Mike's
one.
usually the one with lists, but this Mike's got something this
Number
time.
one.
All right,
I mean,
so
I just wanna make a
this is
point
a
The
no.
Hands of Fate.
Man, this
I just want to really want to point out that Lex was really wants to see the Human Centipede. So if that's
That
on the
is
list,
the perfect Valentine's Day movie.
Well,
nothing says closeness like the Human Centipede.
well, this was actually more of a serious list, but
go for it.
Your
we can
man's
throw
ass.
some memes in there along the way. I'll throw some memes in there along the way, and maybe you guys can spot them if I'm
Meme.
lost.
Okay, what do you got?
So number 10, I have a Cinderella story. This is upon request of Brianna,
Is
I
that
believe.
That's
This
the
is with
Lindsay
Hillary-
Lohan vehicle, correct?
No, this is the one with Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray
Oh.
of
She's
One
a
Tree Hill
boxer,
fame.
right?
Oh, I'm thinking of Cinderella Man.
No, no, Cinderella.
I was like, isn't that a boxing movie? Oh.
You know what the sad part is? When you were saying that, I was thinking about $1 Million Baby. I wasn't thinking about Cinderella Man.
So could we remake Cinderella's story, but it's also Real Steel?
And it stars Hilary Duff.
It stars Hilary Duff in Real Steel.
But the reason,
And
all
Sharon
right.
Tate.
So the reason I think a guy would like this is because if you're with any girl, you've probably watched One Tree Hill.
That's the ending.
It's almost a given. You've watched One Tree Hill. And if you watch One Tree Hill, you know how good Chad Michael Murray
Watch
is
MASH.
at being
Yeah,
like
watch
a
MASH is
very
close
good
enough.
is a very good actor. So that's why I think there's a lot of value for a man watching this movie because I get to see Chad Michael Murray act in another movie. I think I could be interested in this. That's why I put it at number 10.
Sorry, unwatchable. His name is Chad.
Number 9.
Does
At
not
number
respect
9.
gamer
This
rights.
is payback
Lex
for the
and I,
popes.
I've never watched One Tree Hill, but Lex, I don't know if this is similar, but I think kind of it is because I think it's made around the same time.
Gossip Girl.
Gilmore Girl.
Gilmore Girls.
Golden
Yeah.
Girls?
Gilmore
Lex is
Girls,
gone
I
for
think,
Gilmore
predates
Girls.
it. And Chad Michael Murray is in Gilmore Girls for like a season.
Really?
Is Golden
think
Girls
so.
on that
Lex
list?
is powering through Gilmore Girls right now.
Go
And,
for Gilmore.
two of one of James Gunn's brothers is in
Really?
Gilmore Girls. I forget his name.
Gilmore
Is he the
Girls,
one who
yeah.
plays what's his name in Guardians? Kraglin.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they're both him and another actor are going to be at the Philadelphia Comic Con.
Nice.
Yeah.
So at number 9, I have this is a personal favorite of mine. I think this is a nice comedy movie to watch with your significant other. I have Hitch.
Oh, Hitch is one of my
Good movie.
favorite
That movie
movies.
is really funny.
I have no
It's
jokes
really
to make
fun.
here. Hitch is a good
No,
movie.
it's a
I
good
love
movie.
Hitch.
For obvious reasons. I mean,
Look, if
we
you
all
didn't,
like it, you'll
if
like
you were
it
in
too.
middle school and you saw Hitch and you didn't do the
I hope there are like several of what I call the watched back in 2007 on Comedy Central on a slow Sunday afternoon movies because those are really good.
Hitch is up there.
Yeah, and Hitch is Will Smith being Will Smith.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kevin
It's-
James
it's
being
Kevin
Kevin
James being the lovable goof, and that's what we kind of see in a lot of
That's
his
probably
famous
that's Kevin
pieces.
James in probably the least
His
annoying
best
role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from Paul Blart 2. That is his best
Yeah, but
work.
I would call Hitch like a staple in rom-coms though. Like, it's a great
It is.
romantic comedy movie.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
staple to watch.
I would agree with that.
It's funny.
It's like Starship
nice
Troopers, then Hitch.
Exactly. It's nice because it's a
Ballpark,
rom-com from a guy's standpoint. It's it's interesting for that dynamic, and I think that's why it has a lot of value for
Just have
women.
to
Who's
keep
the love interest in that? That's it.
I thought it was Eva
Mendes.
Longoria? No, Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes. Ryan.
Or was it Carmen Electra?
No, it's not Carmen Electra. It's Eva
Probably
Mendes.
Eva Mendes.
It's
yeah.
Eva Mendes.
Fred Durst.
Another friend of the
All
show.
right, so at number 8, I have, and this one's a little bit more of one that, you know, your girlfriend's going to get you to watch this one, and you might not have anything going in, and that's To All the Boys I Loved Before with Noah Centineo. I thought it was okay.
I don't know. I know.
But I'd
never
say
heard
it for it's the reason I put it in there is because it's a modern movie that has gotten a lot of acclaim because it's based off of a book, and the girls love the book, and then they're actively making sequels to it. So it's a cinematic universe in a sense because you're gonna get sequels.
What's
the acronym for
is
that?
it about like a succubus recalling all of the people she's murdered, all the boys I've loved before?
That has nothing to do with it. I'm sorry.
Oh damn! I'm just trying to guess the plots now.
No, that wasn't a meme.
I watched that movie. I don't know if you're gonna have this other movie on the list with Lex. Made me watch that movie. Wasn't too big of a fan. I watched that completely through. However, the other one that's a notable Netflix teen rom-com is The Kissing Booth.
Yeah, no, you didn't watch that.
Oh,
Lex
fuck
made me watch.
that! No.
The movie
You know what?
fucking
You know
sucks.
why I hate that movie is because that for some reason Netflix chose in all of their media outlets to advertise that for 3 fucking weeks straight. I will do whatever it takes to avoid that fucking movie. I just liked it as
it's
a rating.
bad movie.
The only other Noah Centineo movie that I thought of putting on here was the one where he runs the business where he goes out with girls. I forget what the name of it, but that was actually
Other
a
Guys?
good movie. No,
Aim for the bushes.
no. I forget what it's called. The Perfect Date. The Perfect Date, I think, is the name of it.
I think is that a Netflix original?
Yeah, it's a
I've
Netflix original
I've
movie,
seen
and I
it.
thought I would give that a 6 out of 10. It was enjoyable.
I saw that on.
I thought it was actually pretty funny, and it had a lot to offer from a guy's standpoint.
It was on.
So
It was
moving
on
on, for the
Serbian
next 4,
Okay.
I consider these classic movies. Like classic cinema that everyone can agree with, and I think you'll
I
have
can't
insight
wait.
on these.
a Serbian film.
So,
The 47th Reich.
Now
had
on Disney
7.
Plus.
Close when the infant dies.
Now on Disney Plus, a Serbian film.
I wish.
Somebody edited like a poster for the Serbian film with the Disney Plus
yeah,
logo at the
and
bottom.
at 7
That
we
dude got
and at
legal
number 7
trouble.
we have Clockwork Orange.
Oh,
Wait, really?
No.
Wait, really?
Yes.
No.
I would. If she can't appreciate that 100% grade A Kino,
Oh my god.
she's not the one. But
Look, it's the
No,
reason
at
why
7
I can't like Singing in the Rain now.
At 7 we have Parent Trap
In the Rain.
that's a fantastic
because
film.
it's a great movie from your childhood, at least for me.
Lindsay
Lindsay
Lohan
Lohan
and
or-
whoever
That
her
aged
co-star was.
like wine.
So it's really.
That
Lindsay
movie aged
Lohan
like
or
wine.
There's 2 Parent
Did I
Trap
finally
films.
guess right on
The Lindsay Lohan version, I
Okay,
think, is a
okay.
little more appropriate.
I kept
for
guessing
this
correct.
list.
I knew I was going to get
For the
Considering-
longest time, I thought she had a twin.
Yeah, no, me too. So wait, I wasn't the only one that thought
Not
she had a
everyone.
twin.
Just kidding.
Not everyone could be the Olsen twins.
Uh,
So yeah,
I
for
know-
obvious reasons,
not even the Olsen twins want to be the Olsen
I
twins.
think if you break down that movie,
Her
you see
sister
it's
is a better Olsen twin
it's a
than them.
movie about sisterhood, but it's also a
Caitlin
movie about love because
Elizabeth
the
Olsen.
whole
Elizabeth Olsen.
the whole gist of it is they're trying to get their parents back together. Spoiler alert, it works.
yeah, I
but,
mean, well,
yeah.
like, kind of like those parents kind of suck too, because like
Yeah.
they separated and then didn't tell the other one that they have a twin sister.
Yeah,
Is-
it's fucked. It's 50 Shades of fucked. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of fucked
So
up.
I think
Next
her
movie,
parents have
50
red
Shades of
hair.
Fucked.
The next movie, The Boss Baby.
That is a fantastic film.
Poor shit. Is
Fuck
that on
you.
the list?
I love
No, give me the
No,
number.
I'll be honest. The Boss Baby has a lot of funny jokes
It is funny as hell.
that
I'll
will
throw-
completely fly over any kid that's watching.
Yeah.
Like, can I borrow
There's
this?
an
poster?
entire scene where
It's
borrow
like
this
Star Wars.
poster?
It doesn't know who it's made for.
it's Shrek. I mean, it's kind of like Shrek.
And
Well,
Shrek's
the
on the
first
list
Shrek.
too. Shrek is on this list too. It's
After
at number
the first
3.
But there's an entire
just
extremely
references.
blatant scene in Boss Baby where he's trying to get the older brother to suck on a pacifier, and Alec Baldwin in his voice is going, "Suck it, suck my pacifier, just put it in your mouth, suck it, suck it." And I was watching it with Lex, and I was just like, "This is a kids movie." They're making a blatant blowjob joke.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Pacifiers are for closers.
Would you consider Ghostbusters a kids movie?
Yes.
I mean, it's an
Ray
80s
Stantz
kids
gets
movie.
a blowjob in that movie.
It's an 80s
From an
kids movie.
invisible
Oh yeah.
The stuff
80s
they
movies
used to
were
get away-
wild.
the stuff they got away with in the 80s. I mean, watch Bill and Ted. You know how many gay slurs they throw out in that PG movie?
I love that movie,
so,
but that movie has some problems.
So, speaking
no,
of which, I watched Police Academy for the first time in like 20 years. Because it's
20 years.
all 30 of them are on Netflix now.
Wait,
When
what?
you first watched Police Academy?
Yeah, when you were 5? What?
Yeah, no, I watched it when I was little. I did watch Police Academy when I was little. And then
How did you like the sequels?
5-year-old Mike Munch.
I don't want to talk about the sequels. Mission
How
to
many are
Moscow,
there?
such a great time.
Alright, so after Parent Trap, I have Say Anything. John
Not familiar.
Cusack.
Bam,
The one where he
Foozle.
holds the boombox.
Oh, that's the one with
Classic.
Rick.
What?
Rick Grimes is in it. That's the guy that holds the boombox.
No, that you're thinking
You're
of
thinking
Thinking of
no.
another movie.
No, you're thinking of a
Say Anything.
What's
That's
the?
what- that's
Or Rick
all-
Grimes holding the signs. That's Say Anything.
That's Love Actually.
That's Love Actually. Damn.
Oh, is oh, I'm sorry.
God.
Oh, excuse us.
All right, I'm gonna go right to number 1 on the list. This is by
Brendan.
far the best movie, and it
Excuse
is
us
Love
for
Actually.
confusing these movies that have
Love
the same
Actually
plot.
will contain a lot of familiar faces
But
for
Love
anybody
Actually, but that scene with Love Actually has been used in so many other movies.
Yeah,
Even
signs.
jokingly, yeah.
Because
yeah.
I'm talking
It was
about
the ending
boombox.
for one of the Saints 3 DLC.
It was.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's fine, but Love Actually is by far the best movie to watch on Valentine's Day and or Christmas.
That title's never made sense to me.
To me,
But yeah, now that I had to
Love
skip all the
Actually.
way to the top of the list.
so look, I'm sorry, but look, I know I kept interrupting, but look, to me,
Don't you dare say Die Hard's the best Christmas movie. I don't fucking hear it.
to me, you're perfect.
And on Christmas, you tell the,
The
truth.
actual thing is you are perfect.
I'm trying to think of honorable mentions because I mean I
My list isn't over. I wanted to go through the rest of the list.
Oh,
This time
okay.
I'll just.
I thought you were done. Go
But
ahead.
more classics
more.
I have on this. I do have like a few older movies.
Mhm.
I have Roman Holiday on there
Oh, that's a great classic.
with
Bring It
Gregory
Up,
Peck
Baby.
and Audrey Hepburn.
Bringing Up Baby's a good one too.
Yeah,
For
it
old-
is.
for older
I
ones.
agree. And then my favorite
And Top
of
Hat.
the list, Casablanca.
Top Hat's
Need
also
to
good.
see it.
Casablanca.
I need to see that.
You
Casablanca's-
haven't? Ooh.
Casablanca's
Not a
like
key
You'll
down
cry.
right.
it's one
You'll
of the
cry.
greatest
It's a
films of
movie.
all time. To me.
I need to see that, and I need to see.
And the two most obvious ones, The Notebook and Titanic. So just givens.
Oh, I thought
You'll get invested in the story no matter what. It might not seem like it on the surface, especially for The Notebook, but
any Wes Anderson movie works every time.
Sure.
yeah.
A perfect
But some
symmetry.
honorable
And
mentions.
that's because the girl who I dated put on Wes Anderson movies, and I like them.
Hey, look,
There you
you
go.
want it? The best way into a girl's heart is perfect symmetry. Wes Anderson,
Yeah,
because he does the
yeah. He always does symmetrical.
perfect symmetrical shots
I
all the
thought you were
fucking
about
time.
to try and say that there was a movie called Perfect Symmetry, and I was like,
Oh,
there,
no,
probably,
no.
there probably is.
I was gonna go over people's heads. I'm just like Wes Anderson always does those center shots. Never mind, go.
No. He does. Fantastic Mr. Fox is amazing.
It's fantastic.
So honorable
Spectacular.
mentions. I mean, I have.
I want to hear
one.
yours first.
Astonishing.
Well, this is not really a rom com, but it's a comedy. It's you ever see Yes Man by Jim Carrey?
Oh,
yes.
yeah, I
the
just-
only gripe I have with
It's on
that
Netflix.
movie
Why did we
is
all
because the
respond yes?
storyline is like, it's either you love it or you hate it.
Because it was Jim Carrey's
As a
first
kid, I
comedy.
loved Yes
It's
Man.
it's a,
But it's a 2-star film. That's the thing. It's a 2-star
You
film.
know why? You know why it was so
I'd also
successful.
say
It's-
it's a spiritual successor to Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, but do you know?
It feels like a sequel to Bruce Almighty.
Oh, it
At
is.
the- at
Well,
the
Evan
time-
Almighty is the sequel,
No,
the true
no,
sequel.
it's not. Let's not talk about Evan Almighty.
Look, but it was the first time in like a many years he did a comedy, and that's
Yeah.
I think that's why it was a blockbuster.
I mean, Jim Carrey's all-time greatest movie will always be
Very
Truman
weird
Show.
that his romance was.
Truman
It'll always
Show,
be
Truman
Truman
Show
Show.
was a great.
That
show.
movie is one of a kind movie, and that's I think
There's,
Hey,
that's
in
one
case they don't
honorable
see you.
mention. I feel like there's something in that movie for everyone.
In case
Truman
they don't
Show.
see you.
So I think that fits
Good
on
afternoon, good
Valentine's
evening,
Day.
Good night.
One thing, my biggest honorable mention is Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Wedding Crashers is such a funny movie.
Or Wedding Singer.
Yes, you're right. And then 50 First Dates while we're on the.
Yeah.
That's a good movie, especially with Sandler movies. You can't really beat Sandler movies.
Oh,
The old ones.
you could
The old-
beat Sandler movies.
Like-
Jack and Jill Hey,
The old ones. I'm talking like
That's-
Waterboy
that's
or
gonna
Billy
get you kicked out.
Madison. Like those ones are actually like funny.
Shout out to Adam Sandler
And,
for winning the Razzie for
Happy
worst
Gilmore.
actor and actress in the year.
let's go, Tyler Perry, number 2.
Yeah, Tyler Perry's actually gonna beat that. If that happens, he's gonna beat that.
For real.
I have another. I mean, this one's not really.
Well, how can you beat
It's
it?
also not really a rom-com per se. Well, there's something about Mary.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Well, I don't think.
Very good
Were
one.
you going
up.
rom-coms or movies that you guys can both watch on Valentine's Day?
At this point, we're just the whole list was both watched. But
Shallow
at this
Hal.
point, my
Shallow
personal
Hal
opinion.
9000.
No,
I
but
like
you know
a
what
lot
I'll
of
say.
movies
You know
that
what
are
I'll say.
traditionally women. Like
You know what else? Because you put Titanic on there.
I did put Titanic on.
Fly
there.
Boys.
Never let go.
Fly Boys.
Fly Boys. If you guys don't remember
a
that
movie.
film, it was with James Franco. It was about Americans during World War I flying for the French, and it's based on a true story where he meets a woman there, and because it's wartime, they fall in love, but they never meet again. I think that should be on the list. Fly Boys was a really good movie that both people can watch.
I watched.
Plus, you got
Dark
World War
Rises
One.
on a
See,
first
the only
date.
thing I did is I only put movies on there that I've honestly
Sorry, now I'm
saw.
reflecting on movies.
You
So
would-
I've
you
never
would-
honestly
Lex and I's
seen
first
Fly
date
Boys.
was
Sister, that's a
American
movie for
Sniper.
you. Sister, that is a movie for you.
What a great Valentine's Day movie, American
Yeah,
fucking
our
sniper.
anniversary
If we
was
wanna
with
talk-
the fake baby.
Gentlemen,
If we want to talk completely ironic films to watch, I have a list of 5 in my head.
Starship Troopers.
So, number 1.
It's a good date movie. Men and women are equal in Starship.
Number
Troopers.
5,
They all
Goodfellas.
shower together.
Goodfellas, if you put it on, it's like Goodfellas. It's about good people. You trick your girlfriend into it. If your girlfriend's completely oblivious to one of the greatest movies of all time, oh boy, it'd be funny.
Just watch
Goodfellas,
Mean
Poppin'
Girls.
Goodfellas, like it's about a guy. These guys, they take girls out on dates. They're awesome. Just like sit her down and you just see, oh Joe, yeah, he's about to get made. We're gonna get it. Walks him into the room, look the empty poker table. Oh, your girlfriend would hate you after that one. You're hated after that point.
Django Unchained. Very romantic.
Oh yeah, I would say 12 Years a Slave.
That's not ironic.
is very
No,
ironic.
I'm not being ironic here. It's a very good date
Very
movie.
ironic movie, but your girlfriend would love it by the
Hateful
end.
Eight
It's
is
such
an
a good
ironic
movie.
date movie.
What?
Hateful Eight is an ironic date movie.
Hey. Yeah.
I would say another one is Cat in the Hat.
Oh,
Just,
Dude, that
just
movie-
like, just take
that
a
movie's a
rip.
fucking.
That
Take a
movie's
rip
the
off the
reason.
bond
That
and
movie
watch
is
Cat
the
in the
reason
Hat.
why the Seuss estate won't allow any live action movies anymore. It's literally
I'm
because
gonna
of that
get you
movie.
and I'm gonna make it look like a bloody accident.
I mean it. I will end you.
Who would have thought that Mike Myers, coming off the high of Shrek, would be in a cat suit, holding a hoe, screaming, "You dirty hoe!"
I'm just kidding, baby. I love you.
Mike Myers
He says that.
care.
He
That's-
says that.
It's all hinged on the idea that Mike Myers might care. He doesn't. He cares not for you, mortal.
I mean, he went from that to the Love Guru, and then
Another fantastic movie to watch.
Notable
on a
friend
date.
of the show, Mike Myers.
What's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok. Boom!
yeah, Cat in a Hat's a fever dream. 'Cause, I mean,
The kind of
The
people
Gr-
I
a lot
want to
can be
date
said
would
about the
absolutely
Grinch,
love
too.
that movie.
what was that?
The kind of people I want to date would absolutely love that as a first date.
I mean, Lex and I have watched that movie too, and it's just we
Iron
watched
Sky.
Iron Sky.
Unironically. I think would be a
Unironically,
good
Iron
first date
Sky.
movie.
Iron Sky is, dude. I saw the sequel on Netflix.
Love and understand. Okay,
Ah.
we got to talk about that at some point, but not now. Okay, so what are we doing?
Well, I had one more. I was
Okay.
going to say Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No,
See, I
I,
would-
fucking
if
hated
you-
Scott Pilgrim.
Why?
You remind
I
me
hate
of
Scott
one
Pilgrim.
of
I
the
hate Michael
flowers.
Cera.
See, if
is a
you're gonna say
cringy-ass
Scott Pilgrim,
movie.
I would say Juno. Is another one you can put in
Yeah.
there.
I love the hamburger.
It's
phone
so
movie.
dry. It's a dry movie,
And
but
Juno.
it is really good. You
Oh,
can't
Juno.
can't deny it's a good
Hamburger
movie.
phone.
A great date movie. I mean, it's not a rom com, but it's super bad. Superbad's a super great movie
yes.
to watch as a first date.
Oh my god.
No,
that's
it
that's
isn't.
how.
No. All right, here we go. 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
40-year-old. What?
You don't like 40-year-old?
Oh, the scene with
As
Kevin
a
Hart.
first date
The
movie.
scene with Kevin Hart in the story about the warranty. Oh, classic. So funny. I'm
Can we
gonna
talk
get
about
extended
Death
warranty
Stranding yet?
for the price of
Can we talk
on the
about Death
house.
Stranding yet?
Now we're talking about date movies, but what happens when you break up?
Oh god.
Birds of Prey happens. Now, you
It's
may be
Brendan's
thinking
segue
to
into-
yourself, I don't like the DC movie. Suicide Squad was bad. And yes, Suicide Squad is an awful piece of trash, and if you like it, I hope that the bad things happen to you in life. But
Jesus Christ.
Birds of Prey
Tell us how you really feel.
was really well done. I've been on a Harley Quinn binge this week, and Birds of Prey was super well done.
Is the movie out yet?
What? Yeah, it came out like last week.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's its biggest issue. Nobody does that. And also the fact that the name is, they had
Birds
to
of
change the
Prey.
name, and it should have just been Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey from the start. But the movie was really well done. It borrows a lot from, if you've read Harley Quinn, I haven't read much, but if the Amanda Connor run, which was essentially like the New 52 run that defined Harley for the past.
It's just a shame because my
what,
favorite
10 or
Harley
10 or
is,
so years.
is
What?
non-canon. My favorite Harleys are technically non-canon. The Injustice 1 and 2s.
I love her suit in that one because she's got the Robin logo with hers.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
But no, the movie was really well done. Margot Robbie, clearly, this was a passion project that she's been trying to get off the ground. She actually stated the reason that she chose Birds of Prey and not Gotham City Sirens was because she wanted to give these heroes who don't get much play a lot more
Sandra Kane
space.
doesn't, yeah.
But everybody
Montoya.
was on point. And this was a case like Venom, where I went into this movie not expecting to like the movie, but I walked out really pleasantly surprised. For one, the stunt stuff is really good. The stunt coordinator was the guy who did John Wick. So
Okay.
the action in the movie is
It's
really
fucking
well done.
superb.
All the fight choreography is really well done. And it's not like some Marvel movies where it's a bunch of snappy camera cuts during the middle of a fight. You generally have an idea of what is going on in the fight at every moment.
I wouldn't say that's just Marvel movies because all action movies do quick
No,
cuts
but
for action
those are the first
scenes.
one to come to mind. But all the actors were on point. Ewan McGregor as Black Mask was fucking impeccable.
Really?
This man was dedicated to that role. There's a part where he is just like getting all weird and like he straight up just tells this woman like, get that dress off. Like makes her stand up on a table and start to strip, and she's just like freaking out, and he's just like, he's got the psycho face down.
Damn.
That, and also the guy who played Zaz was really good because he looks like he's about to explode.
Did he show
every
that?
time
Did
that
they
he
show
is about to
Zaz's
cut
scars
someone.
or no?
What?
Did he show Zaz's scars or no?
Zaz does have his scars. He doesn't have as many as he usually
Because
has.
people were bitching about that. I'm just like, what did you fucking expect? Fucking makeup for 50 million scars every fucking shot.
And the one thing that was cool.
The point of
was
Zaz's
Or
character is
Arkham's
every.
ass.
The one thing that was cool.
Well, you know
was that
Zaz's character. Every
Yeah,
time he
yeah.
kills somebody.
Zaz wasn't just a goon. It wasn't like he was just another goon. He was like a second in command. He was like his general. Like if Black
Well,
Mask would
Zaz's
have-
character, has he always been a rogue, or has he been a goon?
He's always been a
He's
rogue.
Usually doing his own work, and they kept it true to his character. Where whenever he kills people, he's like, I need to liberate them.
Yeah.
So they kept that. My biggest two complaints. Number one, and this is the one that pretty much everybody who I know complained about, Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain in comics is Batwoman, and as Batwoman, she's pretty much a mute feral child who only speaks in like 2 to 3 word sentences at the most. And she was not that at all in this. But I don't mind it because she worked in the context of the movie.
Well, it's the same way you won't have feral She-Hulk either.
Yeah. But along with that, who else? Oh, my only other big issue, Huntress, did not show up enough. She shows up towards she's in the whole movie, and she's an entity throughout the movie, but she only really shows up as a tangible member with a name and everything towards the end.
Yeah.
Which I get why they did it in the movie, because her whole storyline is she should kind of be in the background doing stuff, and that's what she's doing. She's essentially, everybody's just calling her the crossbow killer.
Is Batgirl in there or no?
Batgirl's not in it. No, she's not in it. I think she's getting her own movie at some
She
point.
might,
She's
yeah.
supposed to.
Something was just. I know a lot of DC movies were shelved.
Yeah.
Probably, definitely now after this one. Well, I mean, even though it was reviewed well,
It gives
I don't
Ewan
think it
McGregor
made budget.
more time for Kenobi. We're fine.
But But this movie, Black Canary was great. A lot of people leading up to it were complaining about Black Canary. Oh, it's not the normal blonde bombshell kind of situation.
You didn't want somebody with their ass out with fish
so
necks?
good.
Oh my God.
Jure Smollett, she was really good.
No, she was fantastic, I heard.
And at the end, they actually show, like, the birds in their costumes. Like as now they're a team as superheroes. They all look real good. I want a sequel, even though that's might not happen. But yeah, they did good. Renee Montoya, she was really well done as well. But all the characters, they work together well. The way that they actually told the story, it kind of has that sort of... Occasionally it does a thing where Harley will just be like, wait a second, I got to take it back to explain all this. And that's how they tell like half the backstories. And it works really well with the movie. And you get into it. It's like that moment where, what's his name in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood just starts going into his flash of
yeah.
Well, it's like
and
it works because you're into it the whole time.
It's also like the character in Ant-Man.
Yeah, exactly. Where they're going through the different
it's
events.
the Spanish character.
Yeah.
Michael Pena.
Yeah, Michael Pena. But they did a really good job with that movie,
right?
And I'm sad that it's not doing so hot because it really does. DC's finally figuring out what the fuck they should be doing, and I really hope the next Suicide Squad does well because James Gunn deserves that, and she's going to be in that too.
Yeah,
and they actually just showed off her costume. It looks like a traditional Harley outfit.
which would be
with
good.
I would like Harley Quinn thing.
I mean, I do like Margot Robbie's Harley outfits, but I want an Injustice. My favorite outfit is her Injustice 2 one because it's like leather jacket, badass.
She's got the bat logo
with
her logo inside of it, and it's basically Harley Quinn becomes Robin.
Yeah, it's because Batman says like, "Look, we need allies." It's Injustice 2, everything happened. He's just like, "We need allies," and Harley's just like, "Look, I know what you mean. You don't have to call me Robin yet, but it's fine. We'll work it out." And then she drives away, and then Bruce is just standing there like.
Margot Robbie is really good as Harley Quinn. She does a fantastic job with it. And the other thing, it has a bunch of little references to stuff that you would know if you've read Amanda Connor's run, like the I forget his name, the beaver that she has, the stuffed beaver. And all sorts of other stuff, like she has a hyena named Bruce after that one hot guy. And other than that, I'd kind of like to open it up now because I know you've watched Harley Quinn.
I loved the show. Hey, look. Let me tell you about the Harley Quinn show. My favorite thing about it. There's now a possibility that on the big screen we will have Kite Man, and I think that is because of the Harley Quinn show.
Hell yeah.
The second I saw Kite Man, I immediately thought, I was just like, I gotta tell Brendan, shout out to Mark Greco, because he didn't believe Kite Man was...
Kite Man is so funny in this show. There's one point where...
I got it, babe.
His original hotel room number, or his original apartment number was 99, and then he intentionally turns the 1 to be 69, just because he's like, I thought you would like that, babe. But him and Ivy... are a weird but really cute relationship.
They are a weird and cute relationship. I still think the best part with Kite Man was he's talking to Ivy because like Aquaman's coming. He's like, don't worry, babe, I got this. And then he like jumps out with the kite, and then it's just there's a hole in the ceiling. He's like, ah shit, crosswind, and he gets flown away.
I will say, I think my favorite part. So actually, just to establish it, the team is Harley Quinn, Dr. Psycho, who calls Wonder Woman the C word on live television, and
so
is hated by everyone.
So the reason why Psycho was cut out of the Legion was doomed because he was fighting Wonder Woman. He gets hit in the head and she says, "Ow, that really hurt." And then he says the C word, and then everybody, time stops,
and everybody's just staring at him like, "What the fuck?" But who else? Clayface. Played by...
I love this
Clayface. He is an actor.
Clayface is just played
every
by an
time
overly
that they need him to
Guys,
disguise.
I'm kind of lost. What are we talking about now?
The Harley Quinn show.
Oh,
but every time that Clayface wants to they need him to disguise to get past something, he has to think out a full backstory for his character.
This is the comedy show that DC desperately needed. It did really well. It is so stupid in the perfect way.
Poison Ivy, who is basically Daria but all grown up.
Harley
King Shark,
Harley show's depiction of Gordon is by far my favorite part of that show, where he's just
Commissioner Gordon is a coffee and caffeine-addled, like,
old-ass
psychopath at this point. In the recent episode, he's like, we're going to break out the tanks, Bruce. And he's like, no, you don't need to break out the tanks. There's a way. We need to be direct and precise. And he's like, but then why did the taxpayers pay for the tanks? And then there's one point where he's like, Gordon, where are you? And he's like, I'm definitely not in a tank right now. But Gordon is hilarious. My favorite, though, by far, well, I forgot to mention, there's also Cy Borgman, who is Harley's and Ivy's roommate, who is like an old secret agent who is a cyborg, hence the name Cy Borgman. But he's played by Jason Alexander, a.k.a. What's his name? Seinfeld.
George Costanza.
He's George Costanza from Seinfeld. But he is hilarious as that role. But the funniest character by far is Bane.
Oh.
Bane is the funniest because it's basically, what if we took Tom Hardy's Bane, put him in the regular costume, and then just dialed down his intelligence and made him a little bit of a boomer too. There's a part where he's like, oh yes, you can't get political with comedy anymore because of all the millennials.
We're gonna blow up the coffee shop.
He has this obsession
because they
with blowing up this
misspelled
one
my
coffee
name.
shop of a guy who
That
keeps calling him Bang.
That coffee shop will be my reckoning.
And it's specifically that one barista, and they blow it up, and it's like, oh, they changed his shift. He doesn't work here this day. But no, it's like, essentially, the crux of the show is Harley trying to get into the Legion of Doom, and just trying to impress by making her own gang and getting them together to do crimes. With Ivy continually insisting, I don't do crime. I'm doing ecological
I do like that where it's just like, no, I
don't do crime. I'm fighting for the plants.
Also, Alan Tudyk's Joker is just great.
I guess we're considering ecological terrorism evil now. No, but the whole show is so well put together. Kaylee Cuoco as Harley is really well done.
Yeah.
Good choice.
All the voice cast are great because
Even Frank was great.
Joker and Clayface. You've got what's his name who plays what's his name from The Mandalorian, the Grand Moff or the Moff. He plays
Carlos
Lex
Esposito.
Yeah, he plays Lex Luthor.
Really?
Yeah. He plays
That's a good choice too. He was Gus in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like it that like Lex has to kick out Psycho and Doomcore. He's just like, Psycho's use of the C word towards Wonder Woman wasn't our brand of evil.
Of course, there's a part.
They didn't reflect our brand of evil.
There's a part where there's a welcome video into the Legion of Doom.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Where it does open with Lex Luthor being like, "Oh, hello, I didn't see you there." No,
you guys would love it.
The whole show is so well done. It's got a lot of little subtle references to like DC stuff. For one, Damian Wayne gets his own episode.
Oh yeah, Damian Wayne
Harley Quinn is his nemesis, and she's like, "No, I'm not that brat."
When he gets nervous, his nose bleeds like a fucking anime kid, and it's just like he's voiced by a literal like he sounds like he's
sounds
4,
like a 7-year-old
which
kid.
is just the perfect depiction of Damian Wayne because like
He's so angry.
he's so angry and angsty.
And Batman is played by Dietrich Bader, the guy who played him in Brave and the Bold.
Dietrich Bader.
He's in
He also plays the clones in Clone Wars
No.
and Obi-Wan.
You ever see the movie Country Bears?
Yeah.
He's the cop. And
Yeah.
he plays Officer Cheats. Dietrich
him
Bader.
as Batman Batman and Gordon are so funny in this when they actually show up.
Batman, we don't talk anymore.
Batman isn't in most of the show. He only appears a few episodes so far. But yeah, Kite Man's in it. Aquaman has a really funny episode where he straight up accuses Harley and them of stealing his family jewels. And then somebody just looks at him and is like, "Do you mean your balls?" Oh god, KG Beast makes an appearance in one episode. This show, it's so fucking funny. And the one thing that people complained about in the previews was that the blood looked really bad. And I don't know what happened. Because whenever she'd hit somebody, the blood would look like it was added in After Effects or something.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
it did.
when I'm watching the actual show, it's not. It's clearly animated as a part of the. I was really confused why the ads used fake blood.
It might have not have been like a lot of trailers. It's pre-rendered.
It's censored out. Yeah.
Well, it's not censored. It's just not done yet. Like most movies and stuff like that kind of stuff isn't fully completed yet until just a few weeks.
Also, there's a really funny episode where Harley Quinn goes back home to her parents.
Yeah, that was the last episode I watched.
And the episode is hilarious because she goes back into her old accent. She actually starts going into the Harley Quinn like, "Oh, what the hell are you talking about?" voice, like very subtly because she's visiting her parents, and her parents are so. There's 2 times in the episode where somebody's like, "Oh yeah, the doctors they told me I have a brain tumor, so I'm just enjoying my time that's left," and then her head fucking explodes. And then there's one part where her grandpa comes in and he's like, "Oh yeah, I heard about your grandmother. I figure I best come over here. I just got out of the doctors. They diagnosed me with high blood pressure." And then a hole just opens up in his fucking chest.
Because they get shot.
They get shot by the mafia.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's hilarious. That is a very, like, I know it's because it's a DC app, nobody's watching it, but people need to watch it.
Harley Quinn.
How much is the subscription?
$7. $7 a month.
Yeah.
There's nothing special after $7 a month.
But you also have the other fantastic offerings on DC Universe, such as
if they made
Patrol,
a DC
Titans seasons, but one.
Do you ever feel nostalgia for the Justice League or Batman?
Oh no, I'm
definitely
buying this on Blu-ray when it's out.
All the old DC shows that like you watched as kids, Batman Beyond's on there.
Sadly, you only get comics a year later. Once the year's up, that's when they go on DC Universe.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, that part sucks.
But I know we're skipping ahead, but do you mind if I do my review of Death Stranding?
That's fine with me. I didn't want to intrude on that.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean,
you're very passionate about it. I want to hear what you
I
have
really
to
do
say.
want to hear what you think about it.
Honestly, I thought it was like, I thought it was all right. I mean,
nothing
nothing
the
really.
Other Kojima game
all
I
that
know
for
you
that.
played.
Nothing really stuck out for me.
Wait, where did you get that from?
Nothing really stuck out for me, really. I mean,
Okay, Sam Porter Bridges.
Nothing really.
He takes monster in the game that he makes out of his piss.
Nothing really stuck out for me.
Is that
made
out of your piss?
I sure fucking hope not. Not in my basement. You ain't drinking piss.
Well, no,
right.
it's not.
We drink our piss.
Maybe.
We drink a.
So if you guys don't know the bit I'm doing,
Sam.
I hope that
Porter
showed
Bridges
up on camera.
Exclusively drinks
yeah,
Monster
probably.
Energy.
So the gimmick for
You hid that for almost 2.5 hours.
I know, right? I made sure I hid it in my
love you,
backpack.
That's
I
disgusting.
love you.
How
It's
warm
not
is
even
it?
cold anymore.
Metal keeps cold.
Yeah, it actually. Yeah.
But yeah,
kind of
thank you for that.
So the
Thank you for
gimmick
that
in
visual
Hideo Kojima,
comedy.
notable friend of the show, Hideo Kojima.
Sam Porter Bridges.
So
Notable friend of the show.
the Monster
Mr.
Energy
John
isn't
Monster.
the Monster Energy isn't filtered through your piss.
Oh yeah, it's only the grenades that are made from your piss.
So as bizarre as this game was, I was one of those people that was just like, this game's so fucking stupid. I am not gonna like it. I bought it and it ended up being like it's like Red Dead 2 and Death Stranding for me for the best games I've played in the past couple years.
All because I recommended it to you a couple episodes ago.
It's like I played it and I was just like, what the fuck is this? This is so fucking weird.
It's a
I love
Strandsborn
it.
game.
Like I just every time I get a question,
Yes, man.
like I want more answers and I do a mission and everybody called it a walking simulator.
It's
a beautiful walking simulator.
It is a walking simulator. It simulates the act of walking. It is
And it's fucking
only
beautiful.
That and Quap are in it. They share a genre.
And it's fucking
They're the
beautiful.
only 2 games in the genre. Okay. Also, Octodad. Octodad is also in this genre.
What about Temple Run?
What about talking
No, that doesn't
simulator?
simulate the act of walking.
It simulates the act of running. You're right.
Alright, moving on.
Did you ever see video for talking simulator?
Yeah, I've seen that. That looks really hard.
Hello, I am a normal human.
Alright, so I can't say much without spoiling it, but
Yeah, feel free to.
I mean the concept is amazing because I can't because you're halfway through and I am not spoiling it for you. But I left the game wanting more. And it was just like, yeah, it was a nice little wrap and bow, but I really wanted more. Norman Reedus.
Maybe you should have played the side quests.
You can't not play the side quest.
I played some, but I didn't play as much as I should
You're not
have.
top Porter rank?
No.
Don't have all your likes and your
No,
stars.
no, and it reflected very horribly when I beat the game.
When you get,
so that's why I'm going to replay it.
When you get all your stars full in that game, he gets a star for each one that you have full, and it's in total 50 stars. Because you're bridging America back together.
Yeah, all the names. I know all the names are just like, man, that makes no fucking sense. Did you meet Hartman yet?
Hartman?
Yeah.
Dies every, 15 minutes or something?
Yeah. So there's a weird thing. I mean, I know we talked about it earlier because the concept is that death is basically coming back, and now there's a bridge between life and
That's
death.
the scariest thing. There are more dead people than there are alive people.
Yeah.
They could kick our ass.
Yeah.
Just like the past and the future. If they fought, there's so much past. We don't know how much future is.
You sound
The
like... Are
past
you
would
high?
kick the future's ass.
Are you high? That's such a stoner thought.
What the
Man,
fuck?
if we got in the fight with the past, we'd be fucked.
I should be making video games.
There's-
So the
Shower
dimensions are
thoughts.
laid out. There's a top dimension that's fighting the lower dimension.
So wait, did you
I've met
meet-
Hartman.
yeah, but did you meet Mads Mikkelsen? So you went through that
I have
time?
not met Mads Mikkelsen yet.
Okay, but like in the visions or anything?
Mads
Oh, I've seen
Mikkelsen.
him in the visions.
As
Mads
in the
Mikkelsen.
actor, Mads
Yeah.
No, he's in
Mikkelsen?
it.
Yeah, he's in it.
Like the
Hollywood
guy
actor
who
Mads
played.
Mikkelsen
Yes.
is
Oh,
in
wow.
Death
Dude, this
Note.
is such a
As is
star-studded
Conan
cast.
O'Brien,
Conan O'Brien's in it in the side
Clueless
quest.
gamer.
noted friend of the
Clueless
show,
Gamer is
and
in a video
also
game?
Doritos Pope, Jeff Cayley.
Also,
Video
you know the
game
woman
nerds.
who plays one of the Manson girls in Once Upon a Time in
The
Hollywood,
Sheaf.
the one with all the feet.
The Sheaf is in it.
She drives
Be
Brad
more
Pitt.
specific.
Yeah,
She
Oh,
drives
yeah, yeah.
She's
She's
driven
in
by
it?
Brad Pitt, the one with all the feet.
she's in it.
Be more specific. They were all.
She's
none of
in
them
it,
were
and she
actors.
was fucking amazing. I want her in more stuff.
Which
Her-
was she? She was fragile.
She was Mama.
Oh no, she was Mama. Yeah,
And then there's another.
Bridget America Strand.
Yeah, the names are stupid. Guillermo del Toro was amazing in it. You
Bridge
further you play in that game,
It.
you will love Dead Man like more and more the more you play that game.
Do you mean Die Hard Man?
No, Die Hard Man's a different.
Oh,
Die
yeah,
Hard
yeah.
is the guy in the mask,
Oh yeah, Dead Man, because that's what's his name?
and all their backstories are explained, so that's why I can't
Del Toro.
spoil anything for you.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, Hideo
Watching your
Kojima.
face right now, trying to follow. Dead Man, Die Hard Man.
Did you get it? Wait, did you find a hot springs yet?
No.
I found a hot springs like halfway through the game, and man, when you're walking like, when you're doing like your very long distance runs, and like you don't know like, this is bullshit. I don't know if I'm gonna make it with 100%, and you find a hot springs, you literally just strip completely down, and then you just go into this hot springs with like all these potential dead hazards around you. It's like, nah, fuck it, hot springs.
See, the guy
And
calls...
and then the BB unit, that creepy BB, that creepy baby. If you saw it in the commercials,
BB.
you just sit him in the middle of the hot springs. He's all happy. He's laughing. Also, the first time, because there was no option to show this, there was nothing that could see that this would happen. So the baby cries through your PlayStation controller.
Yeah. It's just
And-
like the days of the Wii, when you'd have to answer phone calls in Silent Hill.
And it is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. When
When
you hear that,
it
you
first
start to
starts
get worried.
crying.
You start to get worried.
Yeah, but then when you go through a BB heart and it's just like, it starts laughing. It's still creepy, but the further you play into it, you're just happy that your unit's happy.
I just love seeing that baby give me a thumbs up.
Oh yeah,
The baby and the thing.
Dude,
Dude,
that's-
up at you. Just go.
that's why I loved meeting Hartman, because he's just like at the end, he just like, hey, and he gives you like 20 likes by giving you like a real life thumb. And at the end,
That is
like,
the most
there's a
Kojima
record
shit.
there's a record player playing throughout it, and when you're leaving, because Hartman
Hartman.
So
Dies
yeah,
every so often.
So Hartman, his heart stops beating every 20 minutes. So because he can go into the afterlife, he's trying to look for his dead family.
yeah.
It's not spoilery; it's just his backstory. He's trying to look for his dead family, and he does this
Oh, you
every
just wait.
20 minutes. So like the first time, you just wait till he wakes up so you can finish telling the story. But like when he finished telling the story, he dies again, and then
You
he's
can
like,
wait.
all right, that's my cue to leave. And like right before he leaves, like he goes back to the record player and just DJs it for a second, and then because he does that, he gets negative 20 likes.
No, but like the names are amazing. Die Hard Man is called Die Hard Man because he dies hard, just like you.
Man,
he's a repatriate where he'll come back to life after.
I am both like looking forward to and
Sister's
terrified
face right now.
at solo Kojima.
They're going to be making films. Kojima Productions.
I am
I
going to
don't
be.
know how that's going to translate.
I am amazed. I'm looking forward to it. And at the same time, I am terrified of Kojima Productions because whatever they fucking come up with is going to be fucking bizarre as shit, and I'm going to want to buy it.
I don't know how that's going to translate to just the linear film.
I mean,
unless it's
MGS5 is pretty much a linear film.
There's like Metal Gear Solid films that are like half-an-hour cutscenes. Like
MGS4 ends with a 45-minute cutscene.
You don't understand? Kojima games are jokes called the
banned off
stands-
Twitch for beating that game.
By the way, guys,
because they weren't touching the controller.
MGS stands for Metal Gear Solid. Just want to let y'all know.
Thanks. I didn't know.
I know you didn't know.
But all in all, didn't really stick out to me.
Yeah, I have no clue what the fuck they're talking about.
And then you got Dead Man, and he's called Dead Man because he was dead, and he likes corpses.
Also, for some reason,
morgue guy.
Kojima had I guess he must have had a partnership with Monster Energy. So whenever you're in a room trying to rest, you have 5 cans of Monster Energy, and if you drink that, it increases your stamina by 25%. But when you're also on the road and hiking, your canteen is Monster Energy.
Yeah, you don't drink water, you drink Monster Energy.
You drink Monster Energy.
And also, it's also sponsored by Norman Reedus's Country Ride or whatever. On AMC.
Yeah, we didn't even say the most bizarre part
whenever you take a shit,
whenever you take a dump in the toilet,
there's this.
The walls close around the toilet, and it's sensors, and it's the ad for Norman Reedus's show
on AMC.
on AMC.
Where that's not around the country with a Muppet on a motorcycle.
So the last bizarre part, I'm going to explain the system.
Oh, there's more.
So the zombies, they're basically called the dead, but they're called BTs. The dead are BTs. So in order to combat the BTs, it is found out that your blood contains things that are deterrents to these zombies. And then they found out your piss and shit are also deterrents.
So you have 3
So
bombs.
every time you urinate or dump, it is transferred into what are called EX grenades. EX grenade number 1 for piss, and number 2 for shit. So and the best part is that the best part is you also have
blood grenades.
You also have blood grenades, which are the most effective.
I
thought were. The piss ones were good because
you got to hit up a Red Cross quite often.
If you're running away, throwing
use your blood.
No, it's your blood. It's no one else's.
Or you can find blood packs and use those.
Yeah. Also, I love Kojima's use of the community.
That game is a community game.
So whenever you're crossing over a valley or a bridge, or you need something to climb up, other players will in other games leave behind ropes that you can use in your game,
or bridges,
yeah,
or roads,
or anything, or
zip lines.
Somebody literally left a vehicle and then an arrow saying this is the best path to use this bike, and that saved my ass.
It's so cool because it's multiplayer, but not. It's a single-player game, but with multiplayer stuff. It's like Dark Souls in that way.
So, and the highlight of that game to me is trying to explain to somebody when I'm fighting these undead that I hurl my own piss and shit at them.
The other thing, too, is you always know when there's people around you in the same spot
because
you can shout, and then if anybody's in that area, you'll hear a shout back.
Because you'll say, hey, I'm Sam. And then someone says,
me too.
The first time that happened to me, that scared the shit out of me because I thought,
What really scared the shit out of me, the first time that I accidentally clicked that button was in the middle of a fucking BT.
Oh, yeah, that's happened to me, too.
And they can hear that shit. So you go, you shout it, and then suddenly the little wand on your thing that tells you where the BT is.
It just shakes.
It just goes, chick, 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 chick.
That happened to me, too, where it's just I'm in the middle of I'm sneaking around, and it just goes, my name's Sam, and then they just all fucking...
The funny thing is, that thing is also a hand. Hand is the big symbol. The crystals you collect in the shape of hands. The things that you can tell how BTs are around in cutscenes are their invisible handprints on the ground. The thing that's on your back, when you finish, it gives you a thumbs up.
So
wait,
you're part of the game. You've been through the mountain pass.
I've been through the mountain pass.
God.
That was
the most...
those woods.
The woods was terrifying.
That shit was
the mountain pass.
fucking. Oh wait, you mean the? I'm on that right now. The mountain pass where you have to go through that rocky area.
Yeah, have fucking fun with that.
I was about to ride up to there with the motorcycle, but I was like, this might not be a good idea. They're gonna take me off that motorcycle.
Go through your first blizzard.
Oh, also the other
I'll spoil it for you.
Rainstorms.
You literally in game, you cannot see 3 steps ahead of you.
Rainstorms happen in the game, and they're what you call time fall.
Yeah,
Essentially,
so every drop that hits your skin accelerates your time.
Time is accelerating at a rapid pace when there's those rains. So you'll look down at the ground and you'll see grass growing, dying, growing, dying, growing, dying at that speed. So everything that people wear is made of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Because plastic ages really slow.
That's really
It's genius.
Yeah.
So if it hits your skin, you just age rapidly?
Yeah.
There's one of the first scenes is like Norman driving his bike, making a delivery, and then like the time fall like hits him, and like the hair that hits him like instantly grays.
Yeah.
It is fucking bullshit. There's a character surrounding the fact that she was punished by going through time fall, and she just looks horrible.
But yeah, throwing piss and shit and stuff, and the bola gun.
The bola gun's great. It literally just I do love the concept of non-lethality, and I can't talk about this with you because you haven't gotten far enough in the game.
Most of the fighting in the game is non-lethal, because when people will come to attack you for your packages. Now people can't deliver packages with drones because if drones go too high, they'll get hit by timefall and just break. So you have to deliver them manually. That's why you got to do that, and so people will try to steal your packages. They're called mules.
Yep.
And whenever a mule happens, you get this like orange indicator, and it's like, oh fuck, they know where I am.
It's funny because eventually
you can sneak around them from behind and then knock shit off of them. You can even hit them with packages.
Yeah, no, you can throw packages at them. But
it reminds me of fighting Quiet in PS5 when you can call in an airdrop on top of her to knock her out.
This game sounds nuts.
It is so stupid, but I love it. But one of my favorite parts is the non-lethality aspect because they don't want you to kill. You eventually get assault rifles. I don't know if you're around that part yet. Death is
treated like an important thing in this game. Death is not something that you want.
What happens when a person dies? They call it void outs. So when a person dies and they're not cremated, it's literally the equivalent of like 3 nuclear bombs going off in the area.
So like half of America is destroyed by a void out.
Because when somebody dies, their body deteriorates and it invites all of this death through her he or her, whoever's death. So that amount of energy just causes this insane amount of like fallout.
Yeah, and it happens right in the beginning of the game.
You experience your first void out, and it is fucking surreal. It is like an acid trip, a bad acid trip.
You have to find your body and go back to it, and that's the thing is your character's called a repatriate because every time he dies, he can come back.
Man, I cannot wait for you to beat the game. When you beat the game, we're having another conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
I do want the game now.
Oh no, man.
I'll keep using that joke. I don't care. I was having that monster like sitting next to me for like 2 hours.
There's just some games that I hear and I don't get it. This is just
that's the thing. You have to play this game to
make that the promo for our next episode, where it's just like
Monster Energy. Sam Porter Bridges.
No, they ain't getting any money from us. Any free ad.
Noted friend of the show, Monster Energy.
And John that's Monsters. Not the first time that's happened with a Kojima game. Calorie Mate was in MGS3.
Oh, yeah.
In Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, it's canon that in 1974, Big Boss and his team invented Doritos and Mountain Dew.
That's hilarious.
Because they had a sponsorship, and you could get a Doritos T-shirt for Big Boss and a Mountain Dew T-shirt. Okie dokie.
But no, that was my thing. I also played Odyssey, but I think we talked about Death Stranding too long.
Yeah.
If you just want to give a quick 2-second recap.
I'm so tired. I love the RPGs. I do like playing RPGs. I do miss the days where I can just
assassinate,
cut and slay through everything without a second to worry about, oh, this guy's not my level. I should avoid it. No, fuck you. I'm a pirate assassin. I'm just gonna cut you up. I miss those days. I do love the story. I'm gonna keep playing it. I might get the DLC because they have an Atlantis DLC. You can't say no to an Atlantis DLC.
They had to patch
Assassin's
that
Creed
DLC.
Odyssey. I'm sorry, sister.
They had to patch
Oh,
that
they're talking about Death
DLC
Stranding.
because it attempted to make Cassandra straight.
thing-
Going on.
Sisto's just so confused because we're
Yes,
so
I
talking
am
about
very
it.
confused. I don't know.
We just go with the
What
aging
the
Grease,
fuck
and he
is
still thinks we're
going
talking
on?
about Death Stranding, and you wouldn't be wrong.
I don't know what's going on.
All right.
Hey, look, it'll be funny because the extinction, Hartman starts predicting what's going on with death, and he's just like, so the dinosaurs were part of the Stranding too. That was the extinction level event because they had void outs every time they died.
Oh.
So, and there was it just comes full circle.
That's cool.
And keep playing the game because I can't spoil it for you, but
Yeah.
you'll start realizing how that all connects.
Okay.
Interesting.
All in all,
Very.
Well, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about,
I'm
or
shaking a little more because of the monster, but
Go buy Hawkeye Freefall. It's been really good. Clint Barton got a time travel device, and the first thing that he did was go back in time to beat himself up confuse his friends. And that's part of the storyline.
yeah, I Free Fall was great.
Freefall's great so far. Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme is really good.
Oh, Castlevania finally has a season 3 announcement next month. I'll be definitely talking about that.
Well, yeah, it's coming out next month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking finally. Their PR is horrible.
But I'm fine with them saying it,
No,
and then it drops
no.
a month later.
No, because you know what happened after season 2 dropped? Like 2 weeks later, they said season 3 is confirmed. And 2 years later, with no details on how or when or what's going to happen, I was sitting there wondering if it actually is coming. Only to say, oh yeah, it's coming out next month. Fuck you. That's not what I wanted.
The only other...
Don't make the announcement for season 3 and then wait 2 years for a release date.
Isn't that how it goes with anime, though? Because they did the same thing with Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan was a special case because that
Yeah, but
one
this is
they
this is
actually
a
had to like.
yeah, but this is a Netflix
they actually
anime.
took a hiatus on that one.
This is a Netflix anime. They didn't. Castlevania didn't say they were on a hiatus. They didn't. There was no reason they shouldn't have had a season 3. But the fact that they announced it immediately after season 2 and kept it on for the season 2 forever, like no, that's not no.
yeah?
Netflix doesn't have that excuse. Other anime companies have that excuse because they do go on hiatus.
Is it
Netflix
still
does not have that
circled
excuse.
around Trevor?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I can't say because I don't know what season 3 is going to be about. Trevor's still
it's gonna
alive
be about
and in
Trevor.
there.
It's going to be about Trevor.
I mean,
Trevor doesn't have
I'd
Uno.
imagine. All right. Well,
You have Uno.
Anything else?
Buy comics.
Read books.
Support your
Support
local
your
guys.
local comic shop.
I saw Blade Runner for the first time in 10 years.
the 81? The
Yeah,
1980?
yeah, the good, yeah. Well, I was gonna say the good one, but this Blade Runner is really the
I was
last
gonna say,
Blade Runner. Was actually pretty good.
2049 wasn't that bad.
I actually heard amazing reviews for it, so I
It's
gotta watch
okay.
it.
Average.
I just don't like a lot of the people who are fans of it. Ryan Gosling is
Um,
literally me.
I never actually read the book, so I bought the book. I'm gonna read that now. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Yeah. Okie dokie.
All right. Well,
That seems like it's a wrap.
yeah. Seems like we're coming to a close to this episode. So,
noted friend of the show, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he hangs
He's
out with
literally
Fred
me.
Durst,
Well, yeah, I'm here. He's
Um,
literally me.
and you
I'm literally him.
Joaquin.
And I'm
Phoenix.
Harrison Ford. Just give me money, and I'll die off every franchise I'm in.
All right.
Fuck it.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Before we wanted to close, I wanted to wish a happy birthday to Sisto.
Happy birthday. Okay,
birthday.
no, I'm not singing. Not after
Thanks,
last
guys. I appreciate
How
it.
old are you? 14.
Yeah, for my birthday, I want a bike. No, I'll be 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I've known you more than
Half
10
of my
years.
life.
Look, when you're 25, it's all downhill.
Remember
Have you?
sixth grade. Sixth grade. So you're 11
11.
when I met you.
Yeah, I only got a couple
Well, more
months
than
left.
half
till
my
the
Yeah, a
life.
couple
final.
months left.
Yeah.
When you're
So
25, it's all downhill.
Hey, at least my insurance will be cheaper. On the car.
Oh. Yeah. Actually, no, wait, not for me.
Alright.
Fuck.
Well, thank you for the birthday wishes. Feel free to leave a comment saying happy birthday. It'd be much appreciated.
yeah. Wish Sisto a happy birthday.
Please. I need it. I strive for the attention.
We all do. That's why we have a podcast.
I thought you were going to say that's why we all have birthdays.
That's true.
That's the real reason I have a birthday.
But anyway,
Make a
thank you
show of
for tuning in. This has been Choose Your Character, the Choose Your Character podcast. I'm Marcucci. Guys.
What?
It's just a meme at this point.
How is it on me? He's the one sitting next to you.
Are we doing it in order of
Because I'm the only one who's not a mic. I go last.
every fucking time?
This
All
is
right.
We just
It's
got
been
to
a year.
So me, so you,
Can't have a good
me,
one.
him.
Okay, I'm Marcucci.
I'm Munchie.
I'm tired.
Oh shit, I forgot. What line?
That's
And your
it.
friends
Have a
are
good
Bye,
one.
everyone.